Some of you were here really early, holy crap. You're counting down from 17 minutes prior. How's it going? Oh man. Good old Fridays. Abysmar, no, we found out that we're going down the fate route. Due to the choices that we had made in at the first whatchamacallit? The very first the very first stream. Man, I could not think of the word stream for some reason. Not as many senpai drinks? Yeah, no, nowhere near as many, yeah. You guys were counting like 3 different things from Sakura, so you probably would have killed yourselves if we were going down the Heavensville route. Let's see how they mana transfer. Yeah, so I'm Mama. Uh, I'm really curious as well because I have the supposedly I have the option chosen for them to replace the scenes with the censored scenes. We'll see if they work. We we may or may not get into get into the Fey round. There might be some things there. Might have to close the scene as fast as possible. I think there's a skip button, like a skip scene button in the options that I should be able to use, because if not, this should be really interesting. If everything goes bad, I might just have to like reset a save. Demonetized? Yeah, it'd be worse than demonetized. I'd have to cut the clip somehow. Oh, for those of you that noticed it, my last stream, the Arknight stream, got blocked in certain countries. Because there's one Persona song you're not allowed to play apparently. But we got it back up by I just had to cut the clip out, so it's just like a random skip in the near the end. The band bong. Every time Saber says Shiro, oh, every time Shiro says Saber, oh god. Oh, funny thing about that though. So there's one Persona song that you're not allowed to play, right? But when I looked up the song on YouTube, there's a video that has like 6 million views that's available in my country that's playing that song, and it's not by like the official, it's like some fan channel. I have no idea how they've managed to avoid the ban hammer. It's buffering every 2 seconds. Big oof, holy crap. Is anyone else having the buffering issues? I mean, there's nothing really going on at the stream right now. I'm just talking to you guys as but yeah. Feels bad. Oh. Is it more than Sakura says senpai? Sakura says senpai almost every single line of dialogue, so I'm not sure if Sakura will say senpai more than Shiro will say Saber. There are lines of dialogue where Shiro does not say Saber. Okay, feels bad, Neko. Alright, I always forget I have to click on these. I'm always waiting for these like day transitions to just fix themselves. All right, forget everything before that happened. This is actually a story. Fate Stay Night is actually a story from a winter 5 years ago. 2016. This is a story about a winter from 2016. That's Fate Stay Night. It was a night with a beautiful moon. I wasn't doing anything, just watching the moon with Kiritsugu. Good old adopted dad, second dad. Even though it was winter, the weather wasn't cold. The corridor was only a little chilly, and it was a good night to enjoy the moon. Back then, Kiritsugu didn't leave the house much. Not going outside, he would just gaze carelessly around the house. Or laze carelessly, I guess, same thing. I regret it even now thinking back to it. Why didn't I notice that it was like the actions of an animal that knew its time of death?
子供の頃、僕は正義の味方に憧れてた。
Suddenly, that man, himself a superhero in my child's eyes, said that as if a yearning for
なん
it.
だよそれ。憧れてたって諦めたのかよ。
I became angry and asked him. Kiritsugu laughed apologetically and looked up at the sky.
うん。残念ながらね。ヒーローは期間限定で、大人になると名乗るのが難しくなるんだ。そんなこと、もっと早くに気がつけばよかった。
I agreed with that. I didn't know why, but I thought I couldn't be wrong. It couldn't be wrong because Kiritsugu had said so. I love Kiritsugu's voice actor, by the way. I don't know how much of it's nostalgia, but like a lot of the voice actors for the original Fate Stay Night novel are really good. Like Yorokobe Shonen is good. Kiritsugu's really good.
そっか。それじゃしょうがないな。
そうだね。本当にしようがない。
Kiritsugu answers. So, of course, my response was determined.
うん。しょうがないから俺が代わりになってやるよ。じいさんは大人だからもう無理だけど、俺なら大丈夫だろ。
See you, Neko.
任せろって。じいさんの夢は。
I'll make it come true. Before I could finish, my father laughed. He made a face like he didn't even need to hear the rest. After breathing in, Emiya Kiritsugu said,
ああ。安心した。
He quietly closed his eyes, and his life ended. Since he looked so peaceful, I thought he would wake up again in the morning, so I didn't disturb him. Rip AKO. Perhaps being used to seeing death factored into. Without doing anything, I just looked up at the man who was my father as he entered a long sleep. There was no sounds of insects in the garden as it was silent. In the bright night, I remember only my eyes not being hot. I did not cry out, nor did I feel sad, but I could not stop my tears until the moon sank. Yes, we're still on the Fate route. The story from 5 winters, 5 winters ago. Well, that's Fate Stay Night. It's just a story from 5 years ago. That's the whole thing. Perhaps I cried 10 years worth of tears since that. There was nothing left. Fujine's father planned the funeral, and I started living in the house all by myself. Yeah, this part is really... The relationship between Shiro and Kiritsugu is really wholesome. This part of Fate is always sentimental. Emiya Shiro would become a superhero like Emiya Kiritsugu, so there was no time to be playing around. That's right, I didn't mention it, but I remember it perfectly. The figure of the man who saved me, who was left in the fire 10 years ago. He held up in his arms an unconscious child about to die from burns. He became so happy that tears welled up in his eyes, and took the child outside. From that time, he was a subject of my admiration. No one saved me. I couldn't save anyone. In it all, I was saved, and a person that was there to save me. That's why I decided to become like him. Become a superhero so that I could save people and let no one be killed, just like him. Kuretsugu died peacefully, leaving me his dream of becoming a superhero himself. It's only natural for a child to succeed their father. Emiya Shiro must become a superhero and save everyone just like the old me. I swore so as a child. So to fulfill the dream of a man I admired the most. But honestly, I don't get it. What is this superhero thing supposed to be? How do I become one, and how do I make everyone happy, like Kuretsugu always said? And I became this thing called a master, and things like this blonde-haired girl following me around and confusing my head. Kuretsugu's out here like, man, I just want to be a superhero. Why do I gotta do this master mage weird shit? But when I opened my eyes, I was in a familiar room. Sword father. Look what they did to my child. As soon as I speak, I start to feel terribly sick. Oh yeah, we ended with him getting cut up, didn't we? Didn't we end with him with Herc just destroying this man's chest? I taste blood in my mouth. Maybe it was filling my mouth, but I breathe in thick air. Yeah, I think we ended with Saber was getting the shit beaten out of her by Herc because Saber had gotten injured by Lancer, and so Emiya runs in and just gets his chest blown open. I'm not sure why I feel like this. Okay, so look, Emiya doesn't remember either, alright? Yeah, Herc killed us twice last time, yeah. I feel really sick to my stomach, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom and wash my face. I feel dizzy. I almost fall and support myself by putting my hand against the wall. The nausea increases when I move. No, this is more like pain than nausea. My body is heavy and it feels like my stomach is turning every time that I move. Maybe someone would feel like this if they poured burning lead into their stomach. I think that would be a much more visceral reaction. Yeah, no, don't do that. I wipe sweat off my forehead and wobble out of the room. I wash my face and wipe the sweat off my body. There are bandages wrapped around my stomach for some reason. I can't recall anything about them, so I leave them for now. Oh, wow, he really did just does not remember. He's blocking out the fact that he died a second time. Even though my stomach feels terrible, my body wants energy. Putting my mind into it, I start walking along the wall. I still feel dizzy and my body feels dull. I walk forward, letting out miserable sounds. Really, what did I do before going to bed? Wow, okay. It must be some sort of mental block. That's interesting. I don't remember the training that any training that could have caused this. I reach the living room. Sakura and Fujine must be at school. There's no breakfast prepared in the living room, so there's none of Fujine's loudness. Imagine Herc only kills us 9 times because of 9 lives. Yeah. It would be interesting to like see. Yeah, I don't actually know how many times Herc kills us, especially like given all 3 of the routes, but that would be hilarious if he had actually killed Shiro 9 times throughout the full duration. The quiet living room is like a typical Sunday. Ah, the pimp returns. Just walking in. No, it's not. Toshiguro is sitting on a cushion. Her calmness makes me think that I'm the guest in the house and not her. I don't know how to ask her, so first of all, I'll sit down. Then I'll take a deep breath and ask.
待った。その前に謝ってくれない？昨夜の一件についての謝罪を聞かないと落ち着けないわ。
I'm going to walk into your house and then make you apologize for dying. I don't even have time to ask her why she's here. Jessica's glaring at me. She's really mad. It seems like she's really angry about last night, but what happened last night? I recall it now. That's right. I'm fucking dead. I'm a ghost right now. I tried to save Saber and Berserker blew away my stomach. The nausea returns. I feel a chill remembering having a hole in my body. Something like my stomach moves. It's really sick. It feels sick, but that's definite proof that I'm alive. That's kind of weird. Shouldn't I not be alive right now?
なんだって生きてるんだ俺。
思い出した？昨夜自分がどんなバカをしでかしたかって。なら少しは反省しなさい。
How does Iliad hurt do mana transfers? I think that the joke with mana transfers is that usually mages can do them without, you know, but the problem is some deep dark. No, normally like mages like Ilia or like Ren can do mana transfers without doing that. The problem is that Emiya can't whatchamacallit. Emiya's the shit mage, so he only has the way to mana transfer. That's really annoying. How dare you criticize me for almost dying again? My head, which was frozen by the fact that Tuska's here, finally resumes activity again.
何言ってんだ。あの時はあれ以外することなんてなかっただろう。いや、そりゃ結果だけ見ればバカだったけど、本当はもっとうまくやるつもりだったんだ。
Yeah, Emiya basically can't cast magic.
だから、あれは間違いなんかじゃない。
Good evening, Sume. I protest, glaring at her. Why is she sighing?
マスターが死んだらサーバントは消えるって言ったでしょ？だって言うのにサーバントをかばうなんてどうかしてるわ。いい？あなたが死んでしまえばセイバーだって消えてしまう。セイバーを救いたかったのならもっと安全な場所からできる手段を考えなさい。まったく身を挺してサーバントを守るなんて行為は無駄以外の何者でもないって分かってるの？
Listen, Queen, all life is valuable, alright? Even the life that isn't alive. Do servants count as living beings? They don't really, right? Oh shit, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
かばったわけじゃない。助けようとしたらああなっちまっただけだ。俺だってあんな目に遭うなんて思わなかった。
I did think I would be killed if I went near her, but that was a different matter. Let's ignore that. A living shell? Yeah, I don't think they're actually living beings. Oh shit. Wait a minute. Does Shiro need to save the servants if servants aren't alive and he cares about saving life? Oh no. We've cornered him with semantics.
勘違いしてるみたいね、あなた。
As if she's reading in my mind, she sulks even more.
あのね、ミヤ君。きっちりと言っておくけど、教会まで連れて行ったのはあなたに勝たせるためじゃないわ。
Are they ghost heroes or hero ghosts? Oh no.
あれはね、何も知らないあなたが一人でも生き残れるようにって考えた結果なの。どうもそのあたりは分かってなかったみたいね。
I think they'd be ghost heroes over hero ghosts because the last word is usually the like what you actually are, and then before that is an adjective. So hero ghost would be like a heroic ghost, but oh fuck, I guess I don't know. Screw it. Never mind. The endless loop.
そうよ。負けることがそのまま死につながるって知れば、そう簡単に博打は打たなくなる。エミヤ君、こういう状況でも一人で夜出歩きそうだから。脅しをかけておけば、家中の栗を拾うこともなし、うまくいけば最後までやり過ごせるかもって思ったの。
I thought that if I threatened you, you'd stop being an idiot.
そうか。それは気づかなかった。
Joke's on you, Rin. I'm too stupid to realize that you were threatening me so I would stop being an idiot. So that's why she's complaining to me about not realizing and running into Berserker.
けど、どうして遠坂が怒るんだよ。俺がヘマをやらかしたのは遠坂には関係ないだろう。
関係あるわよ。この私を一晩も心配させたんだから。
That's a weird. Tosaka throws. Oh, Tosaka throws out a temple, a temper. That's a weird way of phrasing that. Me being brain dead. You ever just too stupid to realize you're being intimidated? I'm honestly happy she's worried about me. Looking at the situation, it seems Tosaka was the one that treated my wounds.
そうか。遠坂には世話になったんだな。ありがとう。
It's just a black hole. Yeah, he really is one of the densest characters I've ever seen. I bow my head in thanks and apologize. I guess they're just, yeah, I guess you're just...
分かればいいのよ。これに懲りたら次はもっと頭のいい行動してよね。
Tosaka looks away. Her gesture is snappy, but it seems like she's in a good mood again.
じゃあ、これで昨日のことはおしまいね。
We route locked already? Yeah, we saw the opening for it. So we're route locked into Fate.
本題に入るけど、真面目な話と昨日の話、どっちにする？
Tosaka starts a conversation if it's natural to do so. The straightforwardness surprises me, but thinking about it, she's here because she has something to talk about. If she didn't have business with me, she would have already gone home already. So, Tosaka, my enemy, wants to discuss something in her enemy's territory? I don't think she really thinks of you as an enemy. She's already proven that she could just threaten you, and then you'll tell Saber to not kill her. She's, like, immune against you. She's a cute girl, and Emmy has a weakness for cute girls. I'm interested in that, and I want to know what happened last night. It's stupid, so I... Oh, wow. I did not know we got a choice this early. About serious stuff. What the hell does that mean? This is a weird question. What flavor of exposition do you want, Nasu asks? He's a double orphan that was raised by a double orphan. He's too powerful. Do you think orphans get more powerful every time they get orphaned? Is that knowledge? Is that forbidden knowledge? Want to test it? Oh no. Alright, it looks like we're doing serious stuff. We're asking about the serious stuff that happened. This section is just called the serious stuff. Why are they playing the pronoun game? No, it's not the pronoun game, it's like the... It's, yeah... I'm more interested in why Tosaka's still here.
それじゃあ、真面目な方の話を。遠坂がここに残った理由が知りたい。
そう。じゃあ、先に結論から聞くわ。
For a second there, it looked like Tosaka was disappointed. What? Did she want us to... I'm really curious. What the hell did she want? What did she expect from Emiya?
率直に聞くけど、エミヤくん、あなたこれからどうするつもり？
She asked directly the question I don't want to be asked. No, that's not it. It's not like I don't want her to ask me, but I have not made up my mind yet. Did she not? What did she expect us to be an idiot again? Is that what she wanted? Did she expect us to just like not ask any questions and she could be pissed at us?
正直わからない。聖杯を競い合うって言うけど、魔術師同士の戦いなんてしたことがない。第一、俺は
I want to try to avoid killing people, and most of all,
聖杯なんていう得体の知れないものに興味はないんだ。
screw the Holy Grail. I'm just here to save people.
欲しくないもののために命を張るのはどうかと思う。
言うと思った。あなたね、そんなこと言ったらサーバントに殺されるわよ。
No, we know this. We won't be killed by our servant.
殺されるってどうして？
サーバントの目的も聖杯だから。彼らは聖杯を手に入れるという条件だからこそマスターの召喚に応じているのよ。サーバントにとって最も重要なのは聖杯なの。彼らは聖杯を手に入れる可能性があるからマスターに従い、時にマスターのために命を落とす。だっていうのに聖杯なんていらないよなんて言ってみなさい。裏切り者と切り殺されても文句は言えないでしょ。
Joke's on you, Rin. Our Saber is a very soft-hearted girl.
なんだそれ。おかしいじゃないか。サーバントっていうのはマスターが呼び出したものなんだろ？
Just use the Holy Grail to save people? Listen, I was thinking the same thing, but because I know how the Holy Grail works in the Sadverse, this is not a that's not a good idea. I don't know if you ever watched Carnival Phantasm, but if you wish to save people on this Holy Grail, the Holy Grail will just give you a knife. well, go out, save people. There you go. Wish granted.
なら。
サーバントが無償で人間に従うなんて思ってたの？聖杯は手に入れた者の望みを叶える。それはマスターの守護者であるサーバントも例外じゃない。サーバントたちにもね、それぞれ何らかの欲望があるのよ。だからこそ彼らは本来ありえない召喚に応じている。聖杯を手に入れるためにマスターがサーバントを呼び出すじゃない。聖杯が手に入るからサーバントはマスターの呼び出しに応じるのよ。
Servants have their own desires? Yes, servants are people too, Shiro. That means you have to save all the servants as well. Does that mean Saber has a wish she wants from the Holy Grail? Yes, it's a very dumb wish as well.
だからサーバントはマスターが命令しなくとも他のマスターを消しにかかる。聖杯を手に入れるのは一人だけ。自分のマスター以外に聖杯が渡るのは彼らだって承知できないのよ。
The servant of the master who wins.
サーバントには霊樹を奪うなんてことはできない。彼らが他のマスターを無力化するには殺す以外に方法がない。だからね、たとえマスター本人に戦う意志がないとしても戦いは避けられないのよ。
I am inevitable.
サーバントに襲われたマスターは自分のサーバントでこれを撃退する。それが聖杯戦争なんだって綺麗から嫌っていうほど聞かされたでしょ。
Yeah, well, Kiri's a punk ass bitch.
ああ、それは昨日の夜教えられた。けど、
That means allowing your servant to try to kill other servants. I thought it would be over if I reached a compromise with the other masters, but if the servants are the ones that want the Holy Grail, then it's true that they won't give up. And then a battle between servants is inevitable. Then the girl that fought to protect me is also ready to kill or be killed to obtain the Grail?
なんてことだ。英霊だかなんだか知らないけど、セイバーは人間だ。昨日だってあんなに血を流してた。
Just wish for more girls. I have always wondered. I've truly always wondered what would happen if somebody that was just like really, really haha funny, just like really dumb, wanted to fuck around and actually won the Grail and was like, yeah, Hi, Holy Grail. I wish for more grails. Like, what does the grail do? Or like, what's the other like the very obvious things that you're not allowed to wish for? I wish for more wishes. Yeah. Like, oh man, just like some semantic bullshit.
はあ、その点は安心して。サーバントに生死はないから。サーバントは絶命しても本来の場所に帰るだけだもの。英霊っていうのはもう死んでも死なない現象だからね。戦いに敗れて殺されるのは当事者であるマスターだけよ。
The wish for more grails would probably just create more Holy Grail wars. Yeah, you're right.
いや、だからそれは。
Romance all the other masters and servants. Don't have to kill anyone. You're right. He should just be Shiro. Should, in order to truly live up to his ideals, Shiro should just become like an Omega Casanova. Even if it's a temporary death, there's still the fact that something human-shaped has disappeared from this world. That is a very vague definition of human, though, Shiro. Very
何、
inclusive.
人殺しだっていうの？魔術師のくせにまだそんな正義感振り回してるわけ？あなた。
You have no idea, Ren. You have no idea about our sense of justice. Her comment is only natural. As Omega's death is always right beside me. I understand it and I'm always prepared for that. But still, I'm not strong enough to judge other people's deaths as good or bad.
当然だろう。相手を殺すための戦いなんて俺は付き合わない。
へえ。それじゃあミスミス殺されるのを待つだけなんだ。
そうじゃない。要は最後まで残っていればいいんだろ。自分から殺し合いをする気はないけど、身を守るための戦いなら容赦はしないさ。人を殺しに来る相手なら逆に殺されても文句は言えないだろ
う。受けに回るんだ。それじゃあ他のマスターが何をしようが傍観するのね。例えば昨日のあいつが暴れ回って町の人間を皆殺しにしても無視するってわけ？
Oh, now she's figured us out. She must mean that inhuman monster. Superhuman strength that allows the destruction of a house with 1 or 2 swings. Certainly, if that thing wished, the whole town could just be ruins in one night. On top of that, the problem is that servants are only normally in spirit form. Humans cannot see those in spirit form, but since servants can affect those of the real world as spirits, you could call them the most powerful weapon. Schrodinger's nuke. With the technology we have now, there's no weapons that can affect a spiritual being. Our attacks are useless against them and their attacks can damage us. It's not just a one-sided game. Murder by a servant is like a natural death for people. I don't know if I'd call that natural. It's a weird way to use that word. Death caused by an invisible killer would just be treated as an accidental death or suicide.
なんだよそれ。サーバント、いや、マスターとサーバントは他のマスターしか襲わないんじゃないのか。町の人たちは無関係だろう。
People wouldn't just do that, Rin. People wouldn't just kill other people. That doesn't make sense.
ええ、そうだったらどんなに平和なことか。けどそれなら見届け役の綺麗なんていらないでしょ。一つ言い忘れていたけど、サーバントっていうのは霊なの。彼らはもう完成したものだから今以上の成長はない。
Herc smashing him to death is natural. It's just natural.
けど燃料である魔力は別よ。蓄えた魔力が多ければ多いほどサーバントは生前の特殊能力を自由に行使できるわ。そのあたりは私たち魔術師と一緒なんだけど、あなたこの意味わかる？
Herc smashes a whole city block. Everyone assumes it was a really weird staged suicide. Another gas leak. Holy shit. Oh no. Man, that's a really weird gas leak, huh? It destroyed our whole house, that gas leak.
わかる。魔術を連発できるってことだろ
That was a really intense earthquake that didn't shake the ground. You could say magical energy is gunpowder to fill a gun, and the magus is the gun itself. Why? Natsu has the weirdest metaphors. It's like, so, mages are like a gun, like an M911, you know? The type of gun depends on the magus. This analogy is so stupid. Using that metaphor, servants are cannons. Using a large amount of gunpowder, they fire a large bullet.
そうよ。け
It's
ど
not a
サ
bullet.
ーバントたちは私たちみたいに自然からマナを提供されてるわけじゃない。基本的に彼らは自分の中だけの魔力で活動する。
Wait. I just wanna... Shiro, cannonballs aren't... That's not how cannon work. That's not... No, Shiro.
それを保有するのが私たちマスターで、サーバントは自分の魔力プラス主であるマスターの魔力分しか生前の力を発揮できないの。
Servants are like airstrikes? Yeah. Depending on the, Servants are either like cannons, airstrikes, nukes. I think Gilgamesh is a nuke.
けど、それだとあなたみたいに半人前のマスターじゃ優れたマスターにはかなわないってことになるでしょ。その抜け道っていうか、当たり前って言えば当たり前の方法なんだけれど、サーバントは他から魔力を補充できる。
This question is so dumb. Let's go. Are cannonballs just really big bullet? I hate it. God damn it.
サーバントは霊体だから同じものを食べてしまえば栄養は取れるってこと。
Nourishing by eating things.
同じものって霊体のことか。けど何の霊を食べるって言うんだよ。
簡単でしょ。自然霊は自然そのものから力を汲み取る。なら人間霊であるサーバントは一体何から力を汲み取ると思う？
This is an eroge, right? Yes. It is technically an eroge. It's a simple answer. As we humans eat meat, the human spirits eat.
ごめんと。まあ魔力の補充なんて聖杯に補助されたマスターからの提供だけで大抵は事足りる。けど一人より大勢の方が大量摂取できるのは当然でしょ。はっきり言ってしまえばね、実力のないマスターはサーバントに人を食わせるのよ。
Herc, what's the strongest gun? What's the we need like a gun with a gun, but it's like a Manishka doll gun. Manishka doll gun, where every time you break the gun, there's another smaller gun inside. To put it bluntly, oh yeah.
サーバントは人間の原感情や魂を魔力に変換する。自分のサーバントを強くしたいのならそれが一番効率がいい。人間を殺してサーバントへの生贄にするマスターは決して少なくないわ。
生贄にするって、それじゃあ手段を選ばない奴がマスターならサーバントを強くするために人を殺しまくるってことなのか？
What do you mean, Rin? People would just kill other people?
そうね。
Dad, no.
けど頭のいいやつならそんな無駄なことはしないんじゃないかな。いい？サーバントがいくら強力でも魔力の器そのものには限界がある。能力値以上の貯蔵はできないんだから殺して回るにしても限度があるわ。それにあからさまに殺人を犯せば教会が黙ってないし、何よりそのシーンからサーバントの能力と正体が他のマスターたちにバレかねない。もちろんマスター自身の正体もね。
I'm not so. It has always been interesting to me. I do wonder how much the association would actually be able to step in or do anything about the Holy Grail War. Like, sure, there's like the K-scope guy that's there, but like, I don't know if anybody in the association can do anything against most of the servants. Like, what is the association gonna do if some master's being a dickhead? They're like, well, yeah, we're gonna stop Gilgamesh. we're gonna yeah, no, that's a we could just do that. We could just press a button and Gilgamesh is stopped. That's fine. No, they have some powerhouse. It's like Waver is technically a powerhouse. K-Scope dude is a powerhouse. I never forget. I always forget his name. It's like Zelwich or something like that. I don't know if there's anyone the association has that could like beat Gilgamesh. Like I think they're just fucked. I think like maybe if Zelwich could do it, then maybe, but like no one else but K-Scope can even like they'd just be screwed if Gilgamesh just started killing people.
聖杯戦争は自分の正体を隠していた方が圧倒的に有利だから、普通のマスターならサーバントを出し惜しみするはずよ。
Waver isn't a powerhouse, he makes powerhouses? Yeah, that makes sense. In both FGO and in the, from what I can see from the, cases of, the tech, I always forget, case files, there we go. Certainly, if no one knows that you're a master, there's no dangers of other masters attacking you. Conversely, if you know who the other masters are, you can identify and pull a surprise attack on them. Wizard Marshal? Yeah, Zelrich. But in that, is that his actual title? Is his title Wizard Marshal? By that theory, there won't be any masters that would have their servants attack humans and reveal their identity.
よかった。なら問題はないじゃないか。マスターが命令しなければ、サーバントは無差別に人を襲わないんだから。
They can't actually interfere, but they train their mages and think they can't? Yeah. I mean, like, to be fair, there is, like, Teacher Man, right? Who we see in one of the arcs, is as powerful as some of the other servants. That's only really because of A, a surprise attack, and B, because he's being buffed by another servant. So like Bazette is strong. I forgot Bazette exists, but like Bazette could probably beat the shit out of some of the servants.
でしょうね。仮にも英雄だもの。自分から人を殺して回るやつはそもそも英雄だなんて呼ばれないだろうけど、もう断言はできないか。暴虐者だからこそ英雄になった例なんていくらでもあるんだし。
Counter Guardians would kill them. That's actually that makes a lot more sense. I like to, so just the association's like, yeah, we're gonna stop them. The Counter Guardians actually deal with them. We did this. we did it. It also seems to be, Tosaka makes an ominous comment. It also seems to be her true feelings rather than just sarcasm. I guess Tosaka's a realist.
とりあえず確認しておきたかったことはそういうこと。サーバントがどんなものかは分かったでしょ。聖杯戦争に勝ち残ろうとしているのはマスターだけじゃない。この戦いに参加した以上、エミヤ君は自分のサーバントを律する義務がある。
Yeah, the biggest just nuke him, because the biggest problem that I could see is that like I think that like if you'd use use 10 mages as backup and then try to like super buff that, this could work for like a Zelrich, Bazette, Kure, even though he's not really a part of the association, but like you would probably be able to beat up like you beat up Saber, you beat up Lancer, you beat up like Assassin most of the time. You're able to beat most of the servers, but there are some servants. there are some servants in Fate, like Gil or Karna or Skatak, that are just like hop broken, right? Like if King Hassan gets summoned into a Holy Grail War and decides that he's just going to start killing people, you are fucked. Like I don't know, like the association can't do shit. An obligation to command my servant. So I can't allow my own servant or other servants to attack innocent people.
少しは自分の立場が理解できた？
Saber, no killing innocent human beings.
なら次はあなたの体のことね。
いや、覚えてるも何も、俺は。
I ran towards Saber and got my stomach blown away by Berserker. I lost consciousness then, and I don't know anything about last night or why I'm alive.
そんなことだろうと思ったわ。本題の続きに入る前に、そこんところだけ説明してあげる。
On the unpleasant side, Tosaka starts to describe what happened yesterday. Isn't there a servant that has all of the Hassan NP? What do you mean by that? Has all of the Hassan NP? You mean like in FGO, like Hassan of the 100 Faces? It seems that Berserker left after I fell unconscious. Oh, and Strange Fake, I have no idea. She tells me that my body started to heal itself and that it looked like another 10 minutes. Says that she brought me here since I didn't regain consciousness even when my wound had healed. And that's where we are right now. You know, that's just normal, you know? Like, I got my stomach stabbed out by a giant rock monster and it healed itself. That's just, yeah, that's...
ここで重要なのは、あなたはあなた一人で生き切ったっていう事実よ。確かに私は手助けしたけど、あの傷を完治させたのはあなた自身の力だった。
Tosaka, I'm a janitor.
しないでよね。
Tosaka, ma'am, I'm a janitor. I don't know how I healed my stomach back to full in 10 minutes. Like, Tosaka.
話を聞くとそうみたいだけど、なんだ、トサカが直してくれたんじゃないのか。
Tosaka.
まさか死にかけてる人間を蘇生させるなんてゲットはもう私にはできない。エミやシローは自分でぶっ飛んだ中身をどうにかしたのよ。
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. What is the most like run down fast food place? What do you guys think? It's like Burger King, maybe? What can I do now that she's said that? Ma'am, this is a Burger King. I don't know what you want from me. I can't heal my stomach. My stomach is certainly healed and I have doubts about Tosaka's story. I can't use healing magic, let alone revival magic.
そうなると原因はサーバントね。あなたのサーバントはよっぽど強力なのか、それとも召喚の時に何か手違いが生じたのか。まあ両方だと思うけど、何らかのラインがつながったんでしょうね。
ラインって使い魔と魔術師を結ぶ因果線のこと？
あら、ちゃんと使い魔の知識はあるじゃない。なら話は早いわ。要するにエミヤ君とセイバーの関係は普通の主人と使い魔の関係じゃないってこと。見たところセイバーには自然治癒の力もあるみたいだから、それがあなたに流れてるんじゃないかな。
Unlimited pipe works.
普通は魔術師の能力が使い魔に付与されるんだけど、あなたの場合は使い魔の特殊能力が主人を助けてるってわけ。
簡単に言って川の水が下から上に流れているようなもんか。
うまい例えね。本来ならありえないだろうけど、セイバーの魔力ってのは川の流れを変えるほど膨大なんでしょ。
本来なら
Oh
ありえ
shit,
な
I
い。
just skipped that.
じゃあトサカとアーチャーは普通の魔術師と使い魔の関係なのか。
That's the reason why Saber was able to not immediately die against Hercules. I mean, Berserker. We don't know his name. Weird thing that. No idea who he is.
そうよ。人の言うこと全然聞かないやつだけど、一応そういう関係。マスターとサーバントのつながりなんてガソリンとエンジンみたいなものだもの。こっちが魔力を提供して、あっちがそれを食べるだけ。まあ中には肉体面でもサーバントと共有して疑似的な不死を得たマスターもいたそうよ。サーバントが死なない限り自分も死なないなんていうやつなんだけど。
Listen, ma'am,
エミヤ君、
you're saying weird things again that I don't understand. Like, obtain fake immortality. Like, ma'am, this is a pipe. This is a pipe
聞
bell.
いてる。じゃあトサカ、
I'm your
俺の体っ
class
て多
plumber.
少の傷はほっといても治るってことか。
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, you know, I think that did she? She might have. No, I think she did. I think she was like, this is like Greece's strongest hero, and then Rin somehow guessed that was Hercules, even though Greece has a lot of really strong heroes.
あなたのサーバントの魔力を消費してね。理屈はわからないけど、原因がセイバーの実体化にあることは間違いないわ。
Rin getting a nat 20 on
あ
a
なたが自然治癒
metaphysical
の呪いなんて習得しているはずはないから。
D20.
当たり前だ。そんな難しいこと、親父から教えてもらったことないからな。
そうじゃなくて、そうだったら私が悩む必要はなかったっていうことよ。いいわ。あなたには関係のない話だから。
Jessica's words are indirect and hard to follow. That's nothing new.
まあいいわ。とにかくあまり無茶はしないこと。
Sakura? No, no, no. We haven't
今
actually
回
seen
は助かった
Sakura
から
yet.
いいけど、次にあんな傷を負ったらまず助からないはずだから。多少の傷なら治るなんていう甘い考えは捨てた方がいいでしょうね。
わかってる。俺が勝手に怪我して、それでセイバーから何かをもらってるなんていうのは申し訳ない。
Listen, Shiro. I tried to bully you into this, but I'll just say it. Stop trying to kill yourself, alright? Shiro stares up into space, not answering.
バカね。そんな理由じゃないわよ。断言してもいいけど、あなたの傷を治すと減るのはセイバーの魔力だけじゃない。あなた、それ絶対なんか使ってるわ。寿命とか性分とか預金残高とか、ともかく何かが減りまくってるに違いないんだから。
I feel the same way, but...
遠坂、預金残高は関係ないので。
Should I stop from saber drinks? How many times has he said it?
関係あるわよ。魔術ってのは金食い虫なんだから。使ってればどんどんお金は減っていくものなの。そうでなければ許さないんだから。特に私が。
I won't allow myself to be wrong. Jessica Red erupts with fire of personal grudges. It's strange. The more I talk with her, the more I understand that this is the real Jessica Ren, and the Jessica Ren at school was a mask. Mask off. No, it's something I realized already yesterday. Rin's proposal. Oh wow, this went fast.
で、どうするの?
Rin, what are you talking about? I'm never wrong. I'll never allow myself to be wrong.
人殺しはしないっていうエミヤ君は、他のマスターが何をしようが傍観するんでしたっけ?
I think Shiro would have some PTSD with fire. I take back what I said. She has a really bad personality. She's a bully, putting me on the spot and asking me that with a smile.
そうなったら止めるだけだ。サーバントさえ倒せば、マスターだっておとなしくなるんだろ?
呆れた。自分からマスターは倒さない。けど他のマスターが悪事を働いたら倒すって言うんだ。エミヤ君、自分が矛盾してるって分かってる?
That's not a contradiction. That's actually not even a contradiction.
ああ、都合がいいのは分かってる。けど、それ以外の方針は考えつかない。こればっかりは、どんなに論破されても変えないからな。
Shiro doesn't want to kill anybody. He doesn't want to kill masters or servants. But what he's basically saying is, he'll be the bonker. If anybody's being naughty, he'll bonk them over the head.
問題点が一つあるけど、言っていいかしら?
She's plotting something. That smile. That damned smile. But as a man, I have to listen.
いいけど、なんだよ。
昨日のマスター覚えてる? エミヤ君と私を簡単に殺せ。
Oh, you mean the murder lolly? Welcome back, AD. How can I forget the murder lolly? They've killed me twice.
あの子、必ず私たちを殺しに来る。それはエミヤ君にも分かってると思うけど。
I see. That girl is a master too. Since she knows Tozuka and I are masters, she will come to attack us one day. I don't know if it will be today or tomorrow, but the murder lolly will be back. At least I know I can't stop such a monster.
あの子のサーバント、バーサーカーは桁違いよ。
Any of the magical girls? No, sorry, wrong, sir. Holy shit. That would be one hell of a cameo.
マスターとして未熟なあなたにあれは撃退できない。自分からは何もしないで身を守るって言うけど、あなたは身を守ることさえできないわ。
悪かったな。けどそういう遠坂だってあいつには勝てないんじゃないのか。
正面からじゃ勝てないでしょうね。白兵戦ならあれは最強のサーバントよ。きっと歴代のサーバントの中でもあれと並ぶやつはいないと思う。私もバーサーカーに襲われたら逃げ延びる手段はないわ。
それは俺だって同じだ。今度襲われたらきっと次はないと思う。
Unconsciously, I place my hand on my stomach. All right. We need a tactical plan in case the murder lolly comes back with the giant nuke. What are we gonna do? There's just like silence. They're like staring. They're like, well, I don't think I could beat it. No, I don't think I could beat it either. Well, no, you couldn't call it a wound. It's pretty much instant death. My nausea returns just as the thought of taking another blow like that.
そういうこと。わかった。何もしないままで聖杯戦争の終わりを待つなんて選択肢はないってことが。
ああ、それは分かった。けど遠坂、お前さっきから何を言いたいんだよ。ちょっと理解不能だぞ。死刑宣告された俺を見るのが楽しいってわけでもないだろ。ってもしかして楽しいのか。
そこまで悪趣味じゃない。もうここまで言ってるのにわからない？要するに私と手を組まないかって言ってるの。
Can we deny the alliance? I hope we can't. Oh, Jesus, I don't even want to know what that bad end is.
手を組むって俺と遠坂が？
そう、私のアーチャーは致命傷を受けて目下治療中。完全に回復するまで時間がかかるけど、それでも半人前ぐらいの活躍はできるはずよ。
No, it's 100% a gotcha because it's based on who the masters are, and what their catalysts are if they have any.
で、そっちはサーバントは申し分ないけど、マスターが足引っ張ってやっぱり半人前。ほら、合わせればちょうどいいわ。
Her versus nursery rhyme. That's just mean.
私が知る限りでもう3回も死にそうになったのに、1日で3回も殺されかける人間なんて初めて見たけど。
You're the first person I've ever seen to almost die 3 times in one day. Tosaka, correction. We died once and almost died twice. Correction, Tosaka.
けどそれは
同盟の対価ぐらいは払うわ。アーチャーを倒されたことはチャラにしてあげて、マスターとしての知識も教えてあげる。ああ、あと暇があればエミヤ君の魔術の腕を見てあげてもいいけど。
Yeah, technically, if you count the bad endings, we died like 5 times in a day. That is certainly an attractive proposal. As I do not know anything, Tosaka would be a reliable teacher. And if I can help it, I don't want to fight against Tosaka. Not because she's the girl I admired at school. In fact, if I didn't know her like this, I wouldn't have felt this much resistance. The Tosaka right in front of me is so different from people describe her as an honor student. But talking to her, she's just Tosaka, and it seems like she's just as she appears. No, in other words, I'm saying I find her much more attractive this way. And I'm wondering why I even have to tell myself this. Why indeed, Shiro?
エミヤ君、答え聞かせてほしいんだけど。
She urges my response. Oh no, you bastards. Alright, I'm saving. I have a guess as to what you did was going to choose. I don't actually know if this bad end or not. I don't know if this bad ends. Hold on, I'll go check. Oh god, this bad ends alright. Oh god. Oh no, that is it. Oh god. Oh no, 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 no. There is one hell of a bad end. A bad end here. I think that if we refuse, we're trapped in this like weird quasi zone where we're doomed to die eventually. Not cooperating is a bad end, and we're doomed to die eventually. But the game lets us play it out for a while. Like it lets us pretend as if we're not on the bad end, but we're doomed. How many people are here? It's like around 20? Yeah. 15 have only voted. There are still a couple people that haven't voted, so I'll wait. It looks like Jelly Cooperation is gonna win. It looks like you guys aren't gonna do this bad end. This bad end would have taken like the rest of the stream. What's the bad? Yeah, the bad end is refuse. What the hell? That's weird. I'm getting 2 different viewer numbers on the same page. Are you okay? Anyway. Okay. Looks like we are going to avoid this bad end. So I just wanna show you guys. I want you to understand, okay? If we say no, it would have allowed us. It would have booted us onto UBW, and then pretended that we were fine for multiple days until we get tied to 16. we would have been here in UBW, but we were always fucked. This bad end is mean. This bad end is really mean. Nasu, you're a bastard. But it looks like we're doing Jolly Cooperation. Yeah, that is a really long shortcut into hell. Alright, Jolly Cooperation it is. There was no choice from the start. There actually was. There are too many things I don't know, and I'm unskilled as a magus. Even if it's temporary, Tosaka's going to give me a hand, and I don't think there's any better option.
わかった。その話に乗るよ、登坂。
決まりね。それじゃあ握手しましょう。とりあえずバーサーカーを倒すまでは味方同士ってことで。
そっか。やっぱりそういうことだよな。仕方ないけど、その方がわかりやすいか。
I think there aren't. I don't remember there being like a ton of those like really slow bad ends. I'll just have to like watch out for them. I do not remember where they are. I know there was more than just that one. Agree on D's nuts. I mean, yeah, I'll leave it up to votes. I'm not gonna like force you to not do the slow bad ends. That's up to you guys. I shake her hand, but I'm a bit perplexed. I instantly feel to. I need a bonk bat. I need a bonk bat that I can just use on OBS to just bonk Shiro. Holy shit. In comparison, my hand is covered in scratches from messing around with stuff, and messing around with stuff is ill-suited. The instant I think so, I pull back embarrassed.
何どうしたの？ やっぱり私と協力するのは嫌？
No, Ren, he's being an idiot.
いや、そんなんじゃない。遠坂と協力し合えるのは助かる。今のはそんなんじゃないから気にするな。
After making a puzzled face. No, she's actually smart. She's like one of the only characters that would realize this. That's Nasu's writing style showing. She makes a malicious expression.
なんだよ。つまんないこと言ったら契約破棄するからな。するぞ。絶対するからな。
あなた、女の子の手を握るの初めてだったんでしょ。なんだ、顔が広いように見えて白ってば奥手なんだ。
She's over here destroying him.
違う、そんなんじゃなくて、ただ。
I'm just embarrassed because it was Tosaka, but I can never say such a thing, and I'd certainly never. I've never touched a girl so strongly before. What is that line? Well, Fujine is an exception. She's more like someone from a different planet, from a different sex. Than a different... Wasn't there something weird that she just said?
聞いてた通り、ほんと顔に出るのね。まあ、今のは追求しないであげましょう。変につっついて意地を張られても困るし。じゃあ、まずは手付金。これあげるから協力なかしと思って。
Looks like I put a book on the table. Looks like it's a diary. There's no title and it's wine red.
私の父さんの持ち物だけど、もういらないからあげる。一人前のマスターには必要ないものだけど、あなたには必要だと思って。
Tosaka, you think I know how to read, Tosaka? His eyes tell me to take a look.
じゃあ、ちょっと失礼して。
I open it to a random page. There's nothing written in the book, but a strange image pops into my head. Wait, is it like a... I don't remember. This is cool. It's like a book that has no pages, but when read by someone that can use magic, just like instant transmissions the knowledge into their head. That's a cool concept. I'm probably gonna use that in D&D.
遠坂、なんだよ、これ。
Tosaka, what kind of cursed book did you put on the table?
各サーバントの能力表よ。聖杯戦争には決められたルールがあるのはもう分かってるでしょ。まず呼び出される英霊は7人だけ。その7人も聖杯があらかじめ作っておいたクラスになることで召喚が可能となる。英霊そのものを引っ張ってくるより、その英霊に近い役割を作っておいて、そこで本体を呼び出すっていうやり方ね。
Let's take a rule check here. All right. First of all, only 7 heroic spirits are summoned. Lie. There's 2 lies there. Not only it's not just heroic spirits, and there's not only 7 of them. Those 7 can be summoned only after they become one of the predetermined classes. Wrong. Instead of bringing the actual heroic spirit, it's made of a class similar to the spirit and called into that. I think is that last sentence the only one that's true? Instead of bringing the actual heroic spirit, it made a class similar to the spirit and called it into that. Shit, that might be right. I think that one might be right. Fuck. Okay, so the one of her sentences was true. one of her sentences was true.
口寄せとか高齢術は呼び出した霊を術者の中に入れて何らかの助言をさせるでしょ。それと同じ。
Spiritual spells which call forth spirits put the spirit in the caster's body. That's just mumbo jumbo, so I'm going to assume that's fake.
時代の違う霊を呼び出すにはあらかじめ箱を用意しておいた方がいいのよ。
To call forth a spirit from a different time frame, it's easier to prepare a case for them instead. That one is just talking about catalyst, right? So I guess that's true? I guess that's not a lie?
クラス。ああ、それでセイバーはセイバーなのか。
he just now gets it. It's literally, it's like, so the servants he's heard Berserker, Lancer, Saber, and Archer so far, and he just now gets it. He's like, oh, I get, it's like my Japanese video games.
そういうこと。英霊たちは正体を隠すものだって言ったでしょ。だから本名は絶対口にしない。自然、彼らを表す名称は呼び出されたクラス名になる。で、その用意されたクラスはセイバー。
The 7 classes, okay. Well, we already know this is a lot.
アーチャー、ライダー、キャスター、アサシン、バーサーカーの7つ。聖杯戦争のたびに1つや2つはクラスの変更はあるみたいだけど、今回は基本的なラインナップね。通説によると最も優れたサーバントはセイバーだとか。
Hold on, give me 1 second. As per usual, I need to take like the 1-minute AFK because my cat has decided that he would rather knock stuff down in my room than be a normal person. Well, say a normal person, but you know, I guess that is just like normal cat behavior. So give me a second.
これらのクラスはそれぞれ特徴があるんだけど、サーバント自体の能力は呼び出された英霊の格によって変わるから注意して。
I'm back. How many lies so far? So there's not, they don't just summon heroic spirits. There's not just 7 classes. I think those are the 2 big lies that she said so far. It was like the very first 2 sentences. There's a chance of doing the Holy Grail, but we have a basic lineup this time. The standard opinion is that Saber is the best servant. The standard opinion is that Saber is the best servant. Is that true? Well, I guess it's because, I guess the standard opinion, so I guess that has to be true because it's an opinion. But it's definitely a wrong opinion. Each class has their own special characteristics, but the abilities of the servants are according to the rank of the heroic spirit summon. I guess that's also true. I guess that last sentence is true. We need a moral support class. It's about set classes. Okay, yeah.
英霊の格？つまり生前どれくらい強かったかってことか。
それもあるけど、彼らの能力を支えるのは知名度よ。生前何をしたか、どんな武器を持っていたかってのは不変のものだけど、彼らの基本能力はその時代でどのくらい有名なのかで変わってくるわ。
This first line is true. Like their strength comes from their popularity. That's true. Famous they were at the no, this is
英霊は
7,
神
yeah.
様みたいなものだから、人間に崇められるほど強さが増すの。
Yeah, all of this is correct.
存在が濃くなるとでも言うのかしらね。信仰を失った神霊が精霊に落ちるのと一緒で、人々に忘れ去られた英雄にはそう大きな力はない。もっとも忘れられていようが知られていなかろうが、元が強力な英雄だったらある程度の能力は維持できると思うけど。
じゃあ多くの人が知っている英雄で、かつその武勇伝も並外れていたら、
間違いなく A ランクのサーバントでしょうね。そういった意味でもバーサーカーは最強かもしれない。
Jesus would be really overpowered? Yes. No, because of the way that Christianity has spread in the world over the last many years, Jesus would be one of the most strongest servants. One of the most strongest, one of the most powerful servants. BEX rank, yeah. It would not surprise me at all if Jesus would be a grand servant. because of the prevalence of his of Christianity being spread throughout most of the Western world and some of the non-Western world.
何しろギリシャ神話における最も有名な英雄だもの。
Would servants get stronger because people are using them in FGO? Yes. A savior class? Yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
近代の英雄たちは それだけで
This
特
is
殊な宝具を持っている
another
っていう
lie.
のに、英雄自体が強いんじゃ手の打ちようがない。
I don't even know if this is a lie. This is just like a weird misconception. Is Hercules really like the most famous hero in Greece? Like, there are so many really popular heroes in Greece, like Odysseus, Perseus, Jason, and the rest of the Argonauts. Like, is Herc really the most famous? For those of you that I don't know if I've talked about this on stream before, I'm a history major in university, so I don't know. My perception might be warped from this. From like a layman's terms, is Herc really the most well known? Probably, huh? Because of the Disney movie, that is actually legitimately that's fair. Yeah, Achilles and Perseus. Yeah, but I was about to say that, like, there are some of them, like Achilles and Perseus, that are like really popular. Perseus especially is like a really common myth. Disney could control the power of servants. Yes. No, I had envisioned it before that like Disney could just. Could you imagine if Disney was like a cabal of mages that was just making certain servants more powerful or less powerful by making movies about them? Nasu, get on writing that. Is it the clock tower? Yes, exactly, yeah. If like I wouldn't be surprised that if in the Nasu-verse Disney was owned by the clock tower and was making specific was making movies to make servants more powerful. So I guess this isn't a lie. I guess that Hercules is maybe the most famous hero in Greek mythology.
トサカ、その宝具ってなんだ？
そのサーバントが生前使っていたシンボル。英雄と魔剣聖剣の類はセットでしょ？要するに彼らの武装のことよ。
武器ってセイバーの見えない剣とか？
I just want to say, quick note here. I have always adored the term noble phantasm. I have no idea which asshole Nasu pulled that out of, but I love that.
まあね。あれがどんな曰くを持っているか知らないけど、セイバーのあれは間違いなく宝具でしょ。言うまでもないと思うけど、英雄ってのは人名だけじゃ伝説には残れない。
Yeah, it is a very chuny name. Phantasm in general is a chuny name. But the word noble phantasm is just there's something about it. There's something it makes no sense, and yet it sounds like it makes so much sense.
彼らにはそれぞれトレードマークとなった武器がある。それが奇跡を願う人々の思いの結晶。ノーブルファンタズムとされる最上級の武装なわけ。
Oh, the crystallization of people's desire for a miracle. Man, what a way to describe that.
要するに強力なマジックアイテムってことか。
そうそう。ぶっちゃけた話、英霊だけでは強力な魔術、神秘には太刀打ちできないわ。
Tosaka has like 3 pages of dialogue. She's like, what you see, they're like the crystallization of the human desire for miracles.
要するに強力なマジックアイテムってことか。
he just yes, Shiro, like a really powerful stick, like a cool stick you found at the yard one time.
けれどそこにホーグが絡んでくると話は別よ。ホーグを操る英霊は数段格上の精霊さえ打ち滅ぼす。何しろ伝説上に現れる聖剣魔剣はほとんど魔法の域に近いんだもの。
I 100%, I guarantee you, Shiro is just not listening to Rin right now. Rin is talking to us, the players. Shiro is not. He doesn't get it. Shiro is sitting there, like listening to all of this, this mage talk, and he goes, "So it's like a really good pipe, right? That it's a pipe. All of the servants have pipes. Sorcery is true magic. In the Nasuverse, I think the words. I think so. Maybe? I have no idea.
最強の幻想種である竜を殺す剣だの、万里をかける靴だの、果ては神殺しの魔剣まで。ともかくこれで無敵じゃないはずがないっていうぐらい英霊たちが持つ武装は桁が違う。サーバントの戦いはこの宝具のぶつかり合いにあると言っても過言じゃないわ。
つまり英霊であるサーバントは必ず一つその宝具を持ってるってことだな。
ええ、原則として一人の英霊が持てるのは一つの宝具だけ
We
とされ
found
るわ。
another lie. This is just a blatant. This isn't even. This is. I don't even think you could use this as a general rule. This isn't like Diarmid breaks this rule, right? Like it's not. This is commonly broken by almost every servant. In fact, it's more common for a servant to have multiple noble phantasms.
大抵は剣とか槍ね。ほら、中国に破山剣ってあるじゃない。一振りしかできないけど、その一振りで山をも立つっていう魔術品。それと似たようなものだと思う。
I think we know that organizations can become servants because we have Hassan, right?
もっとも、宝具はその神明を呪文にして発動する奇跡だから、そうおいそれと使えるものじゃないんだけど。
武器の名前を口にするだけで発動するんだろ。なんだってそれでおいそれと使えないなんてことになるんだ。
I don't know if she has four. So she has Avalon and Excalibur. She has Caliburn, but she technically she has Caliburn, quote unquote, but she doesn't. So she has at least three. Each servant can only have one MP, Rin says, with the servant that has a literal mountain of noble phantasms.
あのね、武器の名前を言えば、そのサーバントがどこの英雄か分かっちゃうじゃない。英雄と魔剣はセットなんだから、武器の名前が分かれば、
This is not true. This is well, I can understand.
そうなったら、長所も短所も丸分かりでしょ。
I understand this misconception, but because of Emiya and Gil, and like usually the weapon and the servant come as a set, but like there are a decent amount of characters whose weapon has been passed down and is given to another hero. You even have like Ku, right? Because Ku wielding Gaibolg could be Skatak. I mean, of course, one of them is a man and one of them is a woman, but just the name Gaibolg alone isn't enough to know who's actually wielding it. So this is I'm counting this as another lie. That's 5 lies.
そりゃ確かに。
Is invisible air a noble phantasm? I'm not sure. I don't think so. If I remember correctly, invisible air is like a mechanism from the Grail. I think the Grail specifically gave her invisible air because anybody that saw Excalibur would immediately discern her identity. Saber did find out Lancer's identity after using his noble phantasm, something like being Ireland's child of light. Oh, it might have been Merlin. Yeah, I don't remember where invisible air came from. So to summarize this, servants have like classes, and then they something about magical pipes, and they have to hide their identities, or else the other servants are gonna beat them with their pipes.
以上でサーバントについての講義は終わり。
Oh, thanks. I was losing you there for a second, Run.
詳しいことはその方を見ればわかるから、一息ついたら目を通しなさい。 慣れてくれば、その本がなくても直感でサーバントを判断できるようになるから。
I only counted 5 lies there, so that's good. It's a lot less than what I would have expected.
さて、それじゃあ私は戻るけど。
まあ、お疲れ様。
Shiro will never pick up that book again. No, he is definitely not. He is 150% never picking up that book. I look up at Tosaka who's about to leave and know in my heart I am never reading this book.
協力関係になったからって間違わないでね。私とあなたはいずれ戦う関係にある。最後の日になって他のマスターたちが倒れているにしろ、全員健在であるにしろ、これだけは変わらない。
Man, servants are still are really complicated in Shiro's mind. So it's like there's a whole bunch of ghosts that are humans but not really humans, and they all have big pipes.
だから、私を人間と見ない方が楽よ、エミヤ君。
It's easier if you don't think of me as a human. Listen, Ren, he literally thinks of ghosts as humans. You're not. It doesn't. Wrong. You're barking up the wrong tree. Clearly stating our position, Tosaka goes home. Oh god, the lie counter for Yorikobe. Yorikobe just lies as naturally as he breathes. Is it because if Tosaka went home that my attention disappeared? My body feels dull, so I lay down in the living room. Welcome back. I stave off the returning nausea by lying on my side. A lies counter? We have 5 so far, but that's just counting Rin. She was talking about the Holy Grail War, and some of what she said was just like it's not true.
マスター同士の戦いか。
I still don't understand. Rin just gave you a massive exposition dump. She gave you a book to explain it, and he just lies down in the living room. Is just like, yeah, I'll get it. The only thing I'm sure is that it is beyond me. I'm just a janitor. It would feel more real if interest in the Holy Grail.
聖杯には嫌悪感しか湧かない。
The Grail is said to make wishes come true. That's technically not a lie because it said the Grail is said. I don't know what kind of thing it is, but the artifact that can even summon these things called servants. I might go as far as granting my wish, but it should have more value for any Magus that wants it. But still, I'm not interested in it. It's true that I'm dubious about its reality, but accepting it that easy makes it way too easy to reach a goal. Feels like it's cheating.
選定方法が戦いだっていうのもタチが悪い。
This is a fight for a single chair. It's a game where a whole bunch of parties are fighting over a chair, and a chair made of iron, actually. I hope season 8 was good though. No matter what your expectations are, as long as you enter it, you cannot survive unless you defeat your enemies. And depending on your methods, defeating other masters might result in harm. In the game of fate, you win or you die.
喜べエミヤシロ。
My reason for fighting is not to win the Holy Grail.
君の望みはようやく叶う。
It is to stop those who would try to win it by any means possible. Where we drop in bliss. I feel dizzy again. It's only natural. It appears as to be back to normal. My body was almost split in half a few hours ago. There's no way sickness will go away that quickly. That seems more likely than to continue for the rest of my life. I was almost killed 3 times in one day. Okay, no, 7 lies, because Rin lied about this beforehand, and he just lied about it now. You have died once, and you have almost died 2 other times. Not including the bad ends. If someone weak joins the battle, it's natural for him to get in. As compensation for my lack of strength, I almost lost my body. she was wounded protecting me.
そうだ、あいつ。
Just now remembering the person that you sacrificed your life for is nowhere to be seen. What the hell am I doing? I totally forgot about it because Tosaka was here. No, I unconsciously avoided thinking about her. Coward. I must have been avoiding recalling the girl who was wounded because of me. The one who's bleeding miserably
大
because
阪のや
of
つ
me.
肝心なことは外しやがって。
Did you just remember Saber exists? Yes. After they were literally talking about Saber, and then he remembered that Saber is actually a person who is still alive somewhere, maybe. I pulled the rest of his body together and stand up. Jessica didn't say anything about Saber. She said she and Saber had brought me here, but she said nothing more. The fact I need to know the most, is she, wounded by Berserker, still alright or not? He was too busy thinking about the fact that having a handshake with Tosaka was, and I quote, the strongest he had ever touched a girl. I look through the house bearing the dizziness. I look around where someone could be all the guest rooms, but I cannot find Saber.
あの格好なんだ。いればすぐにわかるってのに。
There's no sign of the brave armor-clad Saber anywhere in the house. Tosaka said servants can become spirits, but I can't do that. No,
マ
first
ス
of
ター
all,
だなんて言うけど、俺のどこがあいつのマスターだって言うんだ。
I don't understand who nor how she exists. Who she is or how she exists. This is like a new soldier being given a tank.
その通りだ。旧式の鉄砲しか扱えないやつに最新鋭の兵器を渡しても扱えるわけないだろうに。
Nasu really likes gun metaphors. Well, the lucky thing is that the tank has an autopilot function. Even if the driver is terrible, the tank will fight on its own. Angry at my thoughts, I hit my head against the wall.
何腐ってるんだ、バカ。今のはとんでもなく失礼な弱音だった。
I'm glad that my tank has autopilot. I think Nasu just really likes weapons. Yeah, no, I think that it's very possible that Nasu just really likes weapons, that he's transferred that over into into Shura, I mean. I apologize to the blonde-haired girl in my head. Now I feel like I have to find her to confirm her safety.
ここにもいない。
His father also loved guns? Yes. All of the Emiya family just loves weapons. I searched throughout the house. It's a big house, but I don't play hide and seek here with Fujine as a kid for nothing. I know the efficient way to search this place. If I haven't found her, we're searching this much then.
庭か蔵か、それとも。
There are several possibilities, but I don't even consider the possibility that she's not here anymore. She said she would protect me. So I don't think that she'd leave this place.
もしかして。
Are there any Americans? I don't actually think there are any Americans inside of Fate Stay Night. I'm trying to think. I don't think so. It suddenly hits me. Not the house, not the yard, not the shed. Come to think of it, there was another large building in this place.
間違いない。きっとあそこだ。
I hurry. I head to the dojo separated from the main building. I'm a bit tense. If she's not there, I'll have to admit that she's gone. That makes me realize the inconsistency, even though I know nothing about her, I want her to stay. Well, oh no. Is he gonna say some weird shit again? Okay, no. You'd be dead halfway through Fate Stay Night. A wood-floored room with nothing unnecessary. A dojo built only to train oneself. It is a silent place in the faint sunlight. She's sitting there naturally. A space filled with tranquility. The sunlight is shining as white, and it makes it feel like her and the dojo are one. See nothing amiss in her dignified posture. Just sitting there, she stiffens the air in the dojo. But there's nothing cold about it. It's because her figure is so pure that it makes me forget even about the cold winter air. American Saber? Oh, no. Even the sound of my breath is a nuisance. The girl sitting Japanese style in the corner of the dojo is definitely the girl from last night. The girl who appeared just before I was killed by Lancer. The girl who mercilessly slashed him with a sword. Her golden hair that was reflecting the blue moonlight is now one with warm sunlight. Goodbye, Abismar. I hope that your liver doesn't explode. Just Summer Musashi? Oh shit, you're right. That makes me remember, this is exactly what I felt when I first saw her. The girl clad in armor slashing her sword to silently overwhelm her opponent. I wasn't surprised by how out of the world the scene was. It doesn't matter what she's wearing, but it probably wouldn't change if she was covered in mud. The girl that moved me deeply is still in front of me. That is why I forget to breathe and continue to stare at her. Forgetting about Masters and the Holy Grail War, everything. In this instant, I have completely accepted Saber. Yes, he does. In certain, yes. He likes to, in grave detail, examine every single woman that he meets. I do not know how long it was. Saber opens her eyes as if awakening from a sleep. My disappointed voice echoes loudly through the dojo. Saber stands up, perhaps noticing the sound. I walk towards her, still not knowing what to say. A calm voice. Her voice echoing through the dojo is permeating as if surprisingly suited to this place. I answer with a dull head.
白、顔色が優れないようですが、やはり体調は悪いのですか?
The golden-haired girl approaches me.
違う、体調はいい。すごくいい。
I quickly step back to get away from Saber. Looking away from Saber, who's tilting her head questioningly, I calm down my pounding heart.
落ち着け。何緊張してんだ、俺は。
I take a deep breath, but it doesn't seem to die down quickly. In fact, I don't think it ever will.
なんだって着替えてるんだよ、あいつ。
Saber's clothes have changed dramatically since yesterday. She's wearing normal clothes, completely unlike her armor. It's rather unexpected, and I'm troubled by it. She is terribly beautiful. I think he said those exact words for every single one of the women that he's seen so far. I thought I figured that out yesterday, but it really hits me now. Perhaps her armor looks so surreal I didn't notice yesterday. But if she dresses like a girl, as a healthy guy, I'm troubled.
白。
Oh god, I just had a really weird image pop into my mind. If Saber, Rin, and Sakura were streamers, Shiro would be the biggest simp. Shit. That's a very weird image. Like Saber's like playing like FPS games or something like that. Just like, oh, it looks like Shiro. Looks like Sword Lover 64 has another $1,000 donation. I tensed up the moment her eyes me. But it didn't look as far as to talk to her. But I didn't look for her so much as not to talk to her. I'm troubled, but I can't stay quiet forever.
Saber だったよな。
Pipe Lover 60.
落ち着いて話すのは初めてだけど。
Mukbang it? No, yeah, not true. I make up my mind to talk to her. And then...
白。話の前に昨夜の件について言っておきたいことがあります。
She interrupts my word with sullenness. Sullenness? That makes her easier to calm down. She interrupts my word with a sullenness that makes her easier calmness seem like an illusion.
ですから昨夜の件です。白は私のマスターでしょう。そのあなたがあのような行動をしては困る。
戦闘は私の領分なのですから、白は自分の役割に徹してください。
A 1,000 word essay saying that she's beautiful.
私でも守りようがない。
Saber's like very unlike Rin, who was scolding him. Saber's like, okay, Shiro, listen. I'm supposed to protect you. How am I supposed to protect you if you commit suicide? Shiro, that makes the tension I was feeling vanish.
なんだよそれ。あの時はああでもしなけりゃお前が切られてたじゃないか。
その時は私が死ぬだけでしょう。シローが傷つくことではなかった。繰り返しますが、今後あのような行動はしないように。マスターであるあなたが私をかばう必要はありませんし、そんな理由もないでしょう。
I guarantee Shiro would be the person to make like an actual like a full-blown essay, a thesis on why women are beautiful. She speaks plainly. She is speaking so practically that.
バカ言ってんな。女の子を助けるのに理由なんているもんか。
Oh, here we go. This is the I reply unconsciously. Maybe she was surprised at being yelled at, but she pauses for a moment as if I've done something unexpected, and then she stares at me with an indescribable. I read indescribable, and then for some reason I thought, is that spelled right? Babble? Indescribe. Yeah, I guess it is. I don't know why that word looks so weird to me. Anyway, indescribable dignity. I back up a bit, being stared at. Her look makes me realize I've said something really out of place, and it embarrasses me.
ともかく、うちまで運んでくれたのは助かった。それに関しては礼を言う。
You're white knighting the white knight.
サーバントがマスターを守護するのは当たり前ですが、感謝をされるのは嬉しい。シローは礼儀正しいのですね。
That's very polite of you, Shiro, but please stop it.
いや、別に礼儀正しくなんかないぞ、俺。
More importantly, there's something I need to clarify right now. It's something that should have been asked right after I got home yesterday. Why women are beautiful? A 3,000-page essay by Pipe Lover 69. She was really my sir. And if she's really taking part in this
話を戻すぞ、セイバー。いや、改めて聞くけど、お前のことはセイバーって呼んでいいのか？
はい。サーバントとして契約を交わした以上、私はシローの剣です。その命に従い、敵を撃ち、あなたを守る。
Saber says without the slightest hesitation. No, it is like Rin and Saber are both telling him that he's stupid and shouldn't have done what he did yesterday, but it's very funny how different they are. Like Rin just like scolded him and said you're dumb right to his face, and Saber's like, listen, honey, don't do that. Don't do that. Listen.
俺の剣になるか。それは聖杯戦争とやらに勝つためにか。
シローはそのために私を呼び出したのではないのですか？
違う。俺がお前を呼び出したのは。
Like a worried one. Yeah. I can't say it was by pure accident. No, first of all, I didn't even summon her. She just appeared when I was in danger and saved me from her own decision. The result of this that's the result of the situation we're in. I became Saber's master and was dragged into this thing called a Holy Grail War. Calling me his honey? Well, welcome, MP. Not one bit of it was my intention. I'm just an amateur magus that was dragged into this battle beyond my abilities.
それがどうした？どの道戦うしかないって覚悟はしたんだ。今さら泣き言なんて言ってられるか。
I shake my head and stop whining. That's it. I said I'd fight. So I can't even talk about the running away. This will be the last time I think or talk about whining. No matter how the decision came, I decided to fight.
シロ。
We decided to fight after realizing that deciding to not fight would get us killed by the murder lily.
いや、なんでもない。けど、セイバー、俺についても勝ち目は薄いぞ。俺は遠坂みたいに知識も力もないから、明日にでも昨日みたいなことになりかねない。それでもいいのか？
Saber, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a really dumb person, and also I can't do magic, and also I summoned you by accident. Saber, Saber, it's not looking too good, our chances of winning this thing.
それは戦う意志がないということですか？
戦う意志はある。ただ、賞賛がないから、そんな俺についていいのかって言いたいんだ。
Chalked it up as a lie preemptively.
経過はどうあれ、これは俺が始めると決めた戦いだ。
No, I think his chance, like, if we're just talking about his percent chances to win, I think they are actually pretty low.
だから、
I think it's wrong for someone to get hurt in my place. Even though I'm weak, making Saber fight, and I can't stand letting a scene like that happen again.
私のマスターはあなたです、シロ。これはどうあっても変わらない。サーバントにマスターを選ぶ自由はないのですから。
That's true. That's why I have Saber right now. Then I should try my best to not burden her.
わかった。それじゃあ、俺はお前のマスターでいいんだな、セイバ
ー。ええ。ですがシロ、私のマスターに敗北は許さない。あなたに賞賛がなければ私が作る。可能であるすべての手段を用いて、あなたには聖杯を手に入れてもらいます。
Obtain the Holy Grail. Tosaka said servants that servants also have a wish they want granted, so Saber must be no exception. That's why she has no doubts. That
ー。また、
means...
セイバー。可能であるすべての手段と言ったな。それは、勝つためには手段を選ばないってことか。例えば、力を得るために人を襲うとか。
Yeah, no, Saber's just like, listen, I'm the strongest, okay? I have full confidence that I'll just beat everyone. I'll just carry your ass, alright? I cannot finish. Saber is looking at me like I'm an enemy.
シロ、それは可能である手段ではありません。私が許す行為しかできない。自分を裏切ることは私には不可能です。剣を持たぬ人間に傷を負わせることなど、騎士の視界に反します。ですが、マスターが命じるのであれば従うしかありません。その場合、私に踏み入る代償として、その刻印を一ついただくことになりますが。
No, it is a very cute angry face. Yes, I agree. This oh, wait, how do I? Is it graphic? Yes, this is Listen, you're gonna have to command spell me if you want me to kill people. I'm overwhelmed by her angry voice, or by her angered voice. But still, I'm happy and relieved. Her lack of doubt gave me the image of a cold fighting machine, but I know now that she's not a cold-blooded killer.
ああ、そんなことは絶対にさせない。セイバーの言う通り、俺たちはできる範囲で何とかするしかないからな。本当にすまなかった。知らずにお前を侮辱しちまった。
あ、いえ。私もマスターの意図がつかめずに早合点してしまいました。シロは悪くないのですから、頭を上げてくれませんか？
ああ、思わず謝ってた。
I don't know what's funny, but Saber has a small smile on her face. Well, I'm glad she's smiling, so I won't ask her.
言い忘れていた。できる範囲で何とかするって言っただろ。その一環としてしばらく遠坂と協力することになったんだ。ほら、昨日一緒にいたアーチャーのマスター。
Oh, it just clicked with me. When Shura was asking, because Saber knows about Kiritsuga, right? When Shura was asking, like, well, will you go through any means necessary to win this war? She probably immediately snapped into thinking that he'd be like Kiritsugu, and that's why she reacted like so pissed off. And then she started smiling when she realized that Kiritsugu's son wasn't also a murder megalomaniac, the borderline serial killer.
リンですか？そうですね。確かにそれは賢明な判断です。シローがマスターとして成熟するまで、彼女には教わるものがあるでしょう。
Do servants before the FGO summoning system even retain their memories? Very specifically, Saber does. I think I don't even know if it's ever brought up, but for like 80% of servants, like for the majority of the servants, they are made into servants after they die. Like they die, and then their spirits are just like basically absorbed into the Holy Grail. There's something like that. But specifically with Saber, and that's because no one wants to be a heroic spirit. To be a heroic spirit means that you can't ever like be reincarnated or actually die. You're just like constantly being summoned through the Grail to fight in Holy Grail wars all throughout time and history. But Saber, specifically, as she was dying, wished upon the Holy Grail. And so the way that hers works is that, like, every time that she fights in a Holy Grail war, she's immediately returned to that moment right as she was going to die, and then they take that consciousness and upload it again. So I think Saber retains all of her memories from every Grail war she's ever fought in. Or something like... It's some, like, bullshit. It's some, like, deep lore bullshit, I think. If Saber agrees, I can proudly cooperate with Tozuka. The only thing I need to ask her right now is... Oh. Yeah, does everyone remember because he's still alive? Yeah, it's some... I don't remember, like, all of the specifics about that. But I know it's some, like, some stuff. That's some archer level suffering? Yeah. Which heroine is Saber? What? What is that question? What? What's that question? What a way to... That's a... Fourth one goes bye-bye? Yeah. That is an interesting way to phrase who are you. I'm 90% sure. Yeah, I think that who was in chat that said that ask for the identity. Yeah, insert name here. I'm pretty sure that he's right or they're right. I think that which heroine is Saber is that he's asking yeah, because yeah, heroine is the female version of hero, and so that's a question of who are you? Like what's your true name? A lot of people are interested in where she got those clothes. What heroic spirit are you? Yeah. Shiro can't retain information, so he probably forgot the term heroic spirit. You're probably not wrong. Okay. Not everyone's voted, but I don't think it's possible for the other two to win. So we have like a majority, most of the people in here have voted already. What's your true name? Yeah, this is a very weird way to phrase this. Where did you get those clothes? That's all that I care about. It should be asked. It should be about those clothes. That's the only question I want to know.
ところでセイバー、一つ聞きたいことがあるんだけど。
はい、何か。
その服はどうしたんだ？昨日とはまるで違ったから驚いた。
I'm still surprised.
リンが用意してくれたものです。私は霊体に戻ることができませんから、せめて人目につかないようにと。
そうか、そうだったのか。
それが何か。
いや、だから。
I try to say they were. I try to say they look good at her, but I stop myself. If I said such a thing, I'd blush as red as a tomato.
白。
いや、その、だからほら。
Mia wants to know where she got the trip. I mean, it was like, yo.
そう、あの鎧はどうした
Where's
の
the
かなって思っ
raincoat?
て。
I was wondering what happened to the armor, yeah.
それでしたら心配はいりません。武装の有無は自由なので、この服でいるときは外しているのです。あの鎧は私の魔力で編まれたもの。必要に応じて呼び出せます。
Do not worry, Shiro. The drip is magic. I can call it to me at will. I can only sigh in admiration. Anyway, it's true that she would draw attention in her armor. So, with the way Saber is Draber, I wanted to say Drip and Saber. Draber? Anyway, dressed now, should be able to persuade people in the neighborhood that she's a relative of Kiritsugu. Well, I would have to do that anyway, so... Dripper? And then this is where Saber did a pose? Yeah. I hear the sound of something heavy falling at the door.
どうすんの？
I turn around, wondering what it is. It's Tauseka with a big bag.
はい？
My mind freezes. Tauseka supposedly went home, is at my dojo, wearing normal clothes, and has a big bag.
何しに来たんだ、遠坂。
何って、家に戻って荷物取ってきたんじゃない。今日からこの家に住むんだから当然でしょ。
It's only natural. This is my home now.
住むって遠坂が俺の家に？
This is mine now.
協力するってそういうことじゃない。あなたね、さっきの話って一体何だったと思ったわけ？
Remember, kids, if you're cooperating with someone, you can just walk into their home because it's yours now. That's what this means. Thank you, Rin Sensei. I'm so surprised I can't speak. I have to say something, or something terrible is going to happen, but my mind won't function.
私の部屋どこ？用意してないなら自分で選ぶけど。
Your things are my things. Still, an unexpected invader mercilessly continues the discussion.
待った、それは。
Isn't this bad, morally? Look, Tatsuka, the idol of my stir. Just having her in my house would cause a panic. Having her live here would be crazy, and Fujine would kill me. Or maybe she's planning to drive me insane and reduce the number of masters.
ああ、ついでに彼女の部屋も用意したら。私のアーチャーと違って白のサーバントはかさばるんだから、ちゃんと寝る場所を与えておかないと。まあ、布団一組あればノープロブレムって言うんなら別にいいけど。
Yes, Shiro. She did just insinuate.
するかバカ。人が黙ってると思って何言い出すんだよお前。んな なことするわけないだろ。セイバーは女の子じゃないか。
You've been writing you've been writing essays inside of your mind at every single girl that you've seen. And now you care about moral?
論点が違うけど、まあいっか。ですってセイバー。シローは女の子と同じ部屋は嫌だってさ。
That's what he says, Saber. He says he's gay. Just the silent anger. Not moving. Saber makes a difficult face.
困りますシロ。サーバントはマスターを守護するもの。睡眠時は最も警護すべき対象なのですから。
No, oh, that might be one of my. Hold on. That might be one of my favorite expressions. That the smug Rin might be one of my favorite expressions. Hold on. I didn't crop that right. Hold on. I messed that up. This one's good. I like this one a lot.
そんなこと言われてもこっちはもっと困る。何考えてんだお前ら。それでも女か。
Are you two really girls? What? Why are you two looking at me like that? What?
サーバントはサーバント。人間扱いする必要はないけどね。シローにそんなこと言っても無駄か。
My mouth is about to protest, but stops. The weird feeling I have when talking with Tozuka in the living room returns. Actually, I figured out the cause of this
ち
feeling.
ょっと待てトーサカ。お前いつの間に俺を名前で呼び捨てるようになってんだよ。
あれそうだった？意識してなかったから割と前からそうなってたんじゃない？
なってた。結構前からそんな気がする。
そう。嫌なら気をつけるけど、シローは嫌なの
Tozuka says so plainly, without realizing what I'm feeling. No, I think she does. Jeez, it's just like you said, Issei. I think Tozuka is the devil.
ねえ、好きにしろ。トーサカの呼びやすい方で構わない。
ならそういうことで。
You have just given the devil a blank check in your home.
リン、話を切らないでほしい。私とシローの部屋についてまだ結論が出ていない。
No, wait a minute, Rin. I still want to sleep with Shiro. No, we haven't solved this issue.
ああ、そうだったそうだった。けど、シローがこの様子だと相部屋は難しいわね。サーバントを人間扱いしてもいいことなんてないけど、シローが嫌だって言うんだから諦めたら？
それは違う。シローは困ると言っただけで嫌だとは言っていない。
What a semantics game that Saber's playing. That's an interesting one.
だってさ、そのあたりどうなの、シロー
？Hold on. Why, after only a day, does she keep calling me Shiro like I'm a cat she found? That's not the problem, but Saber's room is.
シロー、もう一度聞きます。睡眠中の警護はサーバントの役割です。マスターとして自分の立場は分かっていると思いますが。
Even if you glare at me like that, I can't do it.
ダメだ。セイバーには別の部屋を用意する。できるだけ近い部屋を用意するから、それで勘弁してくれ。
She's well versed in politics.
ダメだぞ、凄んでも。とにかく男としてこればかりは譲らないからな。セイバーも少しは自分の立場ってものを考えろってんだ。
ですから私はサーバントとしてマスターを守護しようと。
そうじゃなくて自分のことだっての。もうわからないんならいい。それ以上言うならレイジを使ってでも言うことをさせるからな。
My God. You ever wanted to protect your virginity so hard that you use a command spell? I breathe out and intimidate Saber.
そのようなことでレイジを使われては困る。3つしかない命令権を自分を守るななどということに使われては先が見えない。
そうね。間違いなくそんなマスターはシローが最初で最後でしょ。
Don't be stupid. I don't want to use it for this either.
わかりました。マスターの方針に従います。ですが、敵に襲われた時はどうするのです？アサシンなどは気配なく標的に忍び寄ってくる。そういった時、私が駆けつけるまでにシローは自分を守れるのですか？
それは。
You're the first and last, huh, Ren? Are you sure about that, Ren? Hey, Ren, what happened to your first command spell? I can't claim on manage. I was able to against Lancer, but the luck won't repeat itself.
それはありえないわね。この屋敷には外敵が侵入すると警報が鳴る結界が張ってある。襲撃は避けられないけど、奇襲ならすぐに察知できるわ。それならシローが襲われる前に駆けつけられるだろうし、セイバーは好きな部屋に陣取ればいいんじゃない？
それは確かにそうですが、
なんならシローの部屋の隣でいいじゃない。一緒の部屋でなければいいんでしょ、エミヤくんは。
She pronounces the Emiya-kun ostentatiously.
遠さか。そういうの詭弁って言うんだぞ。
あなたのために言ってるんだから正論よ。さーて、それじゃあ私の部屋はどこにしよっかな。
Saber's just going around deciding who sleeps in what room. Jessica walks in the house with a bag as if the conversation is over. She looks cheerfully like a student picking up her room on a field trip. Astounding. Her actions are so selfish, we just stare at her with a blank amazement. Think I've fallen into the rabbit hole with incredible speed? Yeah, that tends to happen. We return to the main building. First of all, I should show her around the house so she could choose a room.
こっちが和室。裏側に回ると居間とか風呂とかそういった共通施設に出る。で、縁側をずっと歩いてあっちの別棟に行くと客間がある。
I explain as I walk. Saber follows me silently without nodding. I'm not sure if she's listening or not. Listen, not everyone is a Yuichiro. People actually listen when other people talk, alright?
屋敷の見取りはいいです。それよりシローの部屋はどこなのですか？
Shiro, I'm not gonna lie. I don't care about any of these rooms. Where's your room?
俺の部屋はこっち。割と奥まったところにある。
では、そちらに案内してください。内密に話があります。
内密に話？
She doesn't want Tosuga to hear it? Tosuga's in the outbuildings, so I think this place is okay, but she's a master. Someone could overhear us in the open corridor, so it's no place to talk secretly.
ほら、ここが俺の部屋。
これがシローの部屋ですか？
What are you surprised about? Saber's surprised the moment she walks
どうし
in.
た？セイバーをびっくりさせるようなものなんかないと思うけど。
いえ、びっくりさせる
Why
よう
are
な
there
もの
so
がない
many
という
pipes?
何もないではないですか。本当にここがあなたの部屋なのですか、シロー？
セイバーを騙して俺に得なんかないだろう。ここには寝に帰ってくるだけだし、物がないのは当たり前だ。
そうですか。意外でした。シローはもっと雑多な人となりだと思っていましたから。
Saber enters the Japanese style room and touches the wall as if to feel it. Yeah, well, welcome to the cult, Strickland. Welcome to the cult, Daniel. It's a soft gesture. She understands, as if she understands the object's memory just by touching it.
よかった。寂しい部屋ですが、無下に扱われているわけではない。殺風景ですが、ここはここで暖かい場所なのですね。
暖かい？ああ、まあそうかな。屋敷の作りなのか、この部屋って夏は涼しく冬は暖かなんだ。親父もいい部屋を取ったななんて感心してたし。
ええ、部屋は持ち主の心象ですから。四郎の心の在り方に不安を覚えましたが、これなら今までの印象とそう変わりはしないでしょう。
Saber says this with relief, but I don't understand what the hell she's talking about, as usual.
それで内緒の話ってなんだよ、セイバ
2つあります。そのどちらも四郎と私だけの隠し事にしたいのですが。
ー。いや、セイバーがそうしたいって言うんなら構わないけど、できれば先に内容を言ってくれ。
どちらも悪い話です。少なくとも他のマスターには知られたくはない。
I have bad news and worse news. Judging by her expression, the bad thing must be our weakness.
そうか。話の趣旨は分かった。真剣に聞くから言ってくれ。
はい。まず一つ目。召喚されたサーバントの最初の義務なのですが、これを果たせないことを許してほしい。
サーバントの最初の義務？
Oh, the, M-Lock. The chat has decided we are on the Saber, right?
自身が何者であるかをマスターに告げるというものです。リンから聞いてはいませんか？
何者であるか告げる。ああ、セイバーの本当の名前のことか。
Servants are... Oh, wow, he does remember the term heroic spirit. Servants are heroic spirits. Their identities are heroes famous in every age. They hide their identities and scope of power with their class names. The servant's real name is something that should be kept hidden, but it's also something that a master must know. Because if one does not know the hero, which hero the servant is, he does not know the servant's potential. Master and servant are one. They will not be able to fight or fully if one keeps a secret from another. Well, that's how it would normally be. Even if I knew Saber's real name, I wouldn't be able to come up with an effective plan. Most of all, I don't care about it.
いいけど、どうして？
私なりに考えた結
This
果
red
です。
servant totally told her
いかに
that,
四郎
yeah.
が私の神明を隠そうとしても、四郎から知識を奪う術は多くあるでしょう。四郎の魔術抵抗はそう高くありませんから、敵が優れた術者ならば精神介入もたやすい。敵の魔術にかかれば、あなたの意志に反して私の神明が明かされてしまう。
Listen, Shiro, you're a good guy, but you are very easy to kidnap.
なるほど、そりゃそうだ。暗示をかけられたら一発だもんな。いいよ、そういうことなら秘密にしておいてくれ。
そう言ってもらえると助かります。もっとも、私自身はそう高名なもの
Does
では
this count as a
ありません。
lie?
バーサーカーに比べれば数段ランクは落ちるでしょうし、知られたところでどうということはないでしょうが。
There is no way that King Arthur is not one of like the most well-known myths. Yeah, this is a 100% lie. Saber murmurs in regret. That's a bit unexpected. Saber has some human characteristics, and she regrets being inferior to Berserker. I'm not even 100% sure. Again, like it's hard for me to fully wrap my head around Hercules being like, because I underestimated apparently how popular he is as a servant or as a hero, but like, man, yeah, King Arthur is like the most well-known. Well, I shouldn't say the most well-known myth, because again, well, we're gonna get like religious here, but like Jesus is probably the most well-known quote-unquote myth or mythological being. But anyway. King Arthur is so popular. It's literally weeb history culture. I don't know how much info servants get about their own popularity. Yeah. it's interesting. So we know she should know because she has the. If you were here for like the drip saber meme, they go into Natsu goes into detail about the fact that servants are updated on modern culture, and a lot of like modern culture and history up until that point. So she should know, like, if she just like scans the Grail Wikipedia, she should go, oh wow, my myth is one of the most popular myths. To what extent? I mean, we don't know. We don't know how good Grail Wiki is. We don't know. Yeah.
いいんじゃないか。切り札は隠しておいてこそ切り札だろ。マスターがこんなだからさ、セイバーが工夫しようとしているのはわかるよ。それとバーサーカーだけど、あれは反則だろう。
Oh, welcome back again. Saber, I'm not that famous. Press X to know.
セイバーが落ち込むことはないし、それに俺から見たらセイバーは全然負けてない。あんな傷を負ってたのに真正面から打ち合ってたじゃないか。
そうですね。昨夜不覚を取りましたが、傷が癒えれば違った結果になるでしょ
う。だろ？よし、一つ目の話はこれで終わり。
Berserker has unfair. Berserker, he's unfair. Yeah.
二つ目の話っていうのは？
ええ、それなのですが、おそらくこれはもう私たちでは解決できないことです。私たちサーバントはマスターからの魔力提供によって。
Oh no. Oh, oh, oh no. Oh, oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
俺が半端なマスターだから、セイバーが体を維持するのに必要なだけの魔力がないってことか？
違います。たとえ少量でもマスターから魔力が流れてくるのなら問題はないのです。ですが、シローからは全く魔力の提供がありません。
So that means I, as the gasoline, am not sending fuel to Saber to work as an engine.
セイバー、それは
シロー自身の欠点ではありません。おそらく召喚時に問題が起きたのでしょう。
Shiro needs to give her the gasoline.
本来つながるはずのラインがつながらなかったようです。
召喚時の不手際って。
When Saber appeared, it wasn't anything like a summoning. It was just an accident. Since she was summoned like that, it'd be strange if there weren't a few things wrong with her.
待て、それじゃどうなるんだ？魔力を回復できないってことは、セイバーはすぐに消えてしまうのか？
Well, Shiro, there is a way to solve this problem.
ええ。私が持つ魔力を使い切れば、この世界にとどまることはできなくなるでしょう。召喚されてから、すでに3回の戦闘を行いました。私の治癒能力も蘇生魔術ですから、傷を負えば、魔力の消費も早くなる。そうですね。昨夜までで、成熟した魔術師10人分の魔力は消費したでしょう。
I'm astonished. Magical energy is reduced every time she fights, and there's no way to restore it. If she's already used up that much magical energy, then how much longer can she stay in this world?
分かってもらえましたか、マスター。そのため、私は少しでも魔力の消費を抑えなければならない。供給がないのなら、あとは睡眠することで、魔力の消費を抑えるしかありません。
I think the first one to bring it up in every route is Rin. So, I think Saber might just actually not know about the mana transfer, and we know Janitor doesn't.
睡眠。眠れば魔力は回復するのか？
And they've already discussed that they're not gonna murder people for mana.
わかりません。ですが最低でも眠っている間は魔力を使わない。ですからこれからできる限りの睡眠を許してほしいのです。常にシロを守ることはできなくなりますが、それも勝利のためと受け入れてほしい。
I sigh with relief. Thank God that's all it is. I'll accept all she wants.
そんなの いいに決まってるだろ。辛くなったらセイバーは休んでいいんだ。それで少しでも長くいられるんだったらその方がずっといい。
It doesn't sound like they don't have a real unit of magical power. After how many centuries of research, it is like, so what's the units of magical power? Well, it's about 10 magi. That's how much magic I used.
では今後は頻繁に眠りに入りますが、その間は決して屋敷から離れないように。遠く離れた場所でシロが襲われた場合、私はすぐに駆けつけられない。空間を跳躍するなら話は別ですが、そんな能力を持つサーバントは稀です。
About 350.
もし離れた場所で私を呼ぶのなら、0時のバックアップが必要になります。ですから、できるだけ私から離れないようにしてほしい。
Neat drip saber. She truly is a zoomer, using an excuse to be able to sleep all day. I can't imagine living with Saber, and most of all, I have my own life as well.
努力はする。けど本当にそれだけでいいんだな。眠っていれば
問題はないでしょう。このようなことはなかったので断言はできませんが、前回も総戦闘数は7回に満たなかった。
そうか。別に全員が全員とやり合わなくちゃいけないってわけじゃないんだ。うまくすれば簡単にこの戦いを終わらせることができる。
The only people I'm going to fight are those with inhuman attitudes. I'm sure that not all of the 7 masters are like that. You have overwhelming optimism. Tosaka's ready to fight, but she would follow the rules of the Mekai. The 5 remaining masters, if they all have humane attitudes, I won't have to fight. Saber said that she didn't even fight 7 times last time, so... Hold on. Even fight 7 times last time?
待ってくれ、セイバー。以前もセイバーだったのか。いや、そうじゃなくて、前回も聖杯戦争に参加してたっていうのか。
私がこの聖杯の争いに参加するのは2度目です。その時も私はセーバーでした。中には複数のクラス属性を持つ英霊もいるようですが、私はセーバーにしか該当しません。
That's another lie. As we know this to be factually incorrect. This is a big lie. This is a big lie. Hosuga mentioned that out of the 7, Saber's the most powerful servant. No, she lied to you, Shiro. And this girl is saying that she's become that twice in a row.
それじゃ以前は最後まで残ったのか。
But does Saber know it's a lie? Maybe not.
無論です。前回は今のような制約はありませんでしたから、他のサーバントに遅れを取ることもなかった。
At the very least, I'm just trying to think, like, she should be able to be summoned as ruler, right? There's no reason why Saber would not be able to be summoned as ruler. Saber says so as if it's just something natural. That makes me realize even more that I have been given the sword that I do not deserve.
入ったな。それじゃ不満だろう、セイバー。俺みたいなのがマスターだと。
And also, I'm pretty sure that every single hero can be summoned as Berserker, because all that Berserker is that we'll take a servant that classifies for another class and then give it madness enhancement, which is sometimes a buff and sometimes a nerf. So no, that actually just is a lie, because every servant classifies for Berserker.
私は与えられた役割をこなすだけです。聖杯さえ手に入るのであれば、マスターに不満はありません。
Is it possible the same servant be summoned in different classes in the same Holy Grail War? It should be, yes. Because they have different spirit origins. It's the same justification given for why you can summon the altars in FGO. So yeah.
そうか。それは助かるけど、それでも。
She was flawless last time, but she already suffered 2 wounds this time. In her condition, unable to replenish magical energy, she's always had to think about her remaining magical energy. Has another second MP that he can't use because of his class. Yeah, yep. I think that there are a couple that are nerfed because of the Berserker class. I think it's Lu Bu is said to be heavily nerfed because he's Berserker in FGO, and Herc is said to be nerfed because he's Berserker in All of Fate. And then Lancelot isn't nerfed; he's like side graded. He can he gains something and then he loses something as a Berserker. The result of the battle was a battle. The result was bad. The image of her covered in blood. That image has been engraved into my mind. The image of a girl smaller than me, covered miserably in wounds.
シロ、その後悔は余分なことです。
Saber's voice brings me back. When I raise my head, Saber's expression is serious.
私も負け知らずだったわけではありません。
He'd 100% betray you? Yes.
私は勝ちきれなかったからこそ、こうしてあなたのサーバントになっている。傷を負うことには慣れていますから、あなたが悔やむことなどない。
How you know so much about Fate, Dio? Well, I've just consumed a lot of Fate media. That's really it.
慣れてるって。あんな死ぬような怪我でもか。
ええ。剣を取るということは傷つくということです。それはあなたも同じでしょう。
それはそうだけど、それじゃ怪我をしても構わないっていうのか、セイバーは。
Don't you mind getting hurt, said the man that got his stomach ripped open yesterday because he ran into a sword.
それが死に至る傷でなければ、死んでしまってはマスターを守れなくなりますから。
なんだそれ。マスターを守るためなら傷を負っても構わないなんていうのか、お前は。
それがサーバントの役割ですから。確かにリンの言葉は正論ですね。サーバントを人間として扱う必要などない。
These two are arguing over who should commit suicide for each other. Saying so, Saber walks to the sliding screen. Beyond it, it's the other side of the room. This room was enough for me, so I never used it.
睡眠をとります。夕食時には起きますので、外出するのなら声をかけてください。
Could you imagine if Shiro forgot to wake her up for dinner time? That'd be it. She'd kill him. She quietly opens and closes the sliding door.
私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
なんだそれ。
Pisses me off. You can't kill yourself for me. I want to kill myself for you. I can't call out to her, so I consider her words in my mind. I sit on a porch and look up at the blue sky absent-mindedly. I'm not like Saber, who went to bed early during the day, but I need to rest. Even though my nausea has gone away, I still feel terrible. And on top of that, my shoulders are heavy from all the unexpected developments. Take a deep breath and look over the yard. I've heard what I needed to hear, but the fact is, I still don't know anything. I still don't know anything that doesn't change. My senpai, as a Magus and as an official master, Tosaka is...
ねえ、余ってるクッションとかない？あとビーカーと分度器。
is intently searching my house for things.
クッションなら隣の客間のを持ってけ。
No, Tosaka, I do not have a lab.
けど、ビーカーと分度器なんて普通の家には置いてない。
I don't think... Okay, beakers are really rare, but it's not that rare to have a fucking protractor, right? Like, you need one of those for, like, school? Right, Shiro? Right?
は？信じられない。魔術師なら実験用具ぐらい置いておくものよ。
Leaving that complaint, she goes back to the outbuilding busily.
本当に本気みたいだな、遠坂のやつ。
I guess it's already been decided that Tosaka was going to stay at my place. When I went over there earlier, there was a sign that said, "Remodeling in progress, do not enter," on the door of the best room in there.
別棟なら遠いし、問題はないよな。
Just having Saber around causes some tension, so if Tosaka was near me too, I wouldn't get any peace. Anyway, there's some distance between us, even if we're connected by a hallway. It's just the house, it's just like the house next door, so nothing should happen unless I go there myself. Oh, but we'll see each other at meals. And we only have one bath, so we'll have to decide on how to use it. No, thinking about that, Saber's a girl too, so...
ってバカ、何考えてんだ俺は。
Is the Saber bathroom scene in F is that in Stay Night or Hollow Ataraxia? Because I don't actually remember where. Because I think like all the other ones are like pretty obvious, but I think that one just like shows up, and that one might be dangerous for the stream. Shaking my head, I light under the corner. There's one in both? Okay. I see. I sigh once again and stare up at the sky. Maybe I'm tired, but doing this makes me sleepy. Man, I just wanted to be a janitor and make pipes. Now we got all this shit. Do what you like. Becoming desperate, I close my eyes. The one in face that's not dangerous? Okay. Maybe that comment helped. I fall asleep the moment I close my eyes. Later, Tosaka, Saber, and I are in the living room. I just woke up. Saber was in the living room, and Tosaka just finished her remodeling. By the way, this was the guest room a few hours ago. And now... the scene I saw was called... I mean, it wasn't that bad. That's not even that much of a remodel. She, like, added stuff under the desk and has her bag there. Like, you call that a remodel? We're overreacting. I think I've allied with a terrible person. I can't calm down. These two are complete outsiders. I rarely have guests in this house, so that must make the situation even stranger. No, first of all, the appearances of these two doesn't really fit the Japanese-style house. It's about 7 o'clock now. Even though we're all in the living room, all of us are staying quiet like this is not good for my mental well-being.
二人とも少しいいか。今後のことで話をしておきたいんだけど。
ちょっと待って。その前に一つ決めておきたいんだけど、いいかしら。
いいけど、なんだよ。
何って夕食のことよ。シロ、ずっと一人暮らしだったのよね。
Rarely has guests, he says after having... Yeah, no, true. Does that count as a lie?
まあ、そういうことになるけど。
なら食事は自分で作ってきたのよね。
そりゃ作るだろう。食べなくちゃ腹減るんだから。
These are two anime-looking girls to me.
さ、なら提案なんだけど、夕食の当番は交代制にしない？これからしばらく一緒に暮らすんだし、その方が助かるでしょ？
確かにそうだな。ついいつもの調子で考えてたけど、遠坂がうちで暮らすなら家族と同じだ。飯ぐらい作るのは当たり前だし、俺も楽でいいや。
決まりね。じゃあ今日はシロが当番ってことで。
I'll get hungry if I don't eat, and people die when they are killed.
もうこんな時間だし、作戦会議は食べてからにしよう。
Shiro is truly a genius of our era.
いや、 夕飯が交代制なのはいいけど、朝飯はどうするんだ？朝飯も交代制か？
ああ、朝はいいのよ。私食べないから。
When you have a birthday, you celebrate being born. That that could genuinely be something that I could see Shiro say.
なんだそりゃ。勝手なこと言うな。朝飯ぐらい食べないと大きくなれないぞ。
余計なお世話よ。人の生活スタイルに口を挟まないでちょうだい。とにかく今日の夕食はシローが作るの。ちゃんとした食べ物を出さないと話なんてしないからね。
Tasuka glares at me.
わかったよ。勝手に作るけど、セイバーも飯は食うんだろ？
用意してもらえるのでしたらぜひ。食事は重要な活力源ですから。
Saber, are you eating? Yes. That was a really fast. Yes.
了解。それじゃおとなしくしてろよ、二人とも。
I grab the apron and go to the kitchen. Fortunately, there's about 3 people worth of ingredients in the refrigerator. I started cooking rice when I woke up, so it should be done in about half an hour. No breakfast is tantamount to suicide? Yeah, Rin is crazy. I glance at Tosuka and Saber from the kitchen. They look like they prefer Western meals over Japanese food. It's unlikely that Saber, let alone Tosuka, will understand the taste of tofu and natto.
いや、そもそも箸を持てないんじゃないかな、セイバー。
I ponder this for a second, but I can't help it. There's only a limited range of dishes that I can make with what's in the fridge. Well, there's some tofu. You used all the chicken with your... I think they had chicken for like 4 meals in a row or something. After thinking about it, I decided to make a deep-fried tofu for soup. I'll make a miso soup with seaweed and tofu. Deep-fried tofu. That does not sound like the best thing ever. You haven't eaten breakfast in weeks, feels bad. I'm just not hungry in the morning. So I'm not hungry in the morning usually, but like if I don't eat breakfast, then sometime about like sometime during the morning when I'm at work, I'll die. Deep fried tofu is good? I've never tried it. I've tried tofu before, but I've never tried deep fried tofu. I drained the water off the tofu, seasoned the chicken. Where did the chicken come from? Where does this keep coming from? And cut the Japanese white radish while making it into a salad. I grate the white radish, cook some green peppers.
今後の方針は決まっているのですか、リン？
さあ、情報がないから何とも言えないけど、とりあえずは他のマスターを探し出すことが先決かな。
We watched him go over all of the ingredients he had, and then when he was making the food, there was chicken. Where does the chicken keep coming from?
残るマスターはあと4人。こっちがマスターだって知られずに探し出したいけど、さすがにうまくはいかないわよね。
I told them to be good. So what's this dangerous conversation they're having? Can't they see I'm busy making dinner for the 3 of us? No, they aren't looking.
トサカ、4人じゃないぞ、5人だろ。マスターだって分かっているのは俺とお前しかいないじゃないか。
I yell, holding a big pot with deep fried tofu.
何言ってるのよ。私とシロ、それにイリアスフィールで3人でしょ。あなた、バザーカーのこともう忘れたの？
Of course he did, Tosuka. What kind of question is that? Oh yeah, that girl's a master too. Berserker was so strong that I forgot. He was so strong that I forgot he was strong. I can't believe the girl I can't believe that a girl as small as a master was trying to kill us.
どうせね、あなたのことだからイリアスフィールを敵だって認識してなかったんでしょ。それはいいから調理に専念しなさいってば。シローの実力がわからないと私が困るんだから。
Listen, wife, all right? You sit in there and you cook while the big people actually make the fighting decisions. I don't know how my cooking still affects her, but what she says is correct. The preparation will be done soon, so I'll concentrate on finishing dinner now.
イリアス・フィール、バーサーカーのマスターですね。リンは彼女を知っているようで。
Whoops. I always forget the scroll down wheel. Whoops.
アインツベルンは何回か聖杯に届きそうになったっていう魔術師の家系だから。
Cook you wife. No, she did. It's like Shiro interjected them. They're like, well, actually, there's actually 5 servants that we don't know. And Tosa goes, "Did you got killed by Berserker? How did you? Just cook. Just cook. Don't. You're not a part of the situation. Leave this conversation. Just cook."
聖杯戦争には慣れているということですね。
でしょうね。他の連中がどうだか知らないけど、イリアスフィールは最大の障害と見て間違いないわ。理性を代償にして英霊を強くするんだけど、そういった凶暴化した英雄の制御には莫大な魔力を必要とする。例えば、あなたがバーサーカーになったら、
このように話をすることもできませんね。協力者としての機能を一切排除し、戦闘能力だけを特化させたのがバーサーカーです。ですが、それは手負いの指示を従えるようなもの。
でしょうね。そこいらのマイナーな英霊がバーサーカーになった程度でも、波のマスターじゃ制御しきれない。
Emi and Raiko are having mom offs. Mom off. What a phrase.
だっていうのに、イリアスフィールは超一流の英霊を召喚して、そいつをバーサーカーにして完全に支配してた。悔しいけど、マスターとしての能力は次元違いよ、あの子。
同感です。私たちの透明の問題は、その次元違いの相手に狙われているという現状ですか。
うん。私のアーチャーはまだ戦線に出られるほど回復してない。セイバーはどう？もう傷はいいの？
通常の戦闘ならば支障はありませんが、バーサーカーを相手にできるほど回復はしていません。バーサーカー戦の傷は完治しているのですが、ランサーから受けた傷には時間がかかるようです。
そう。それじゃあやっぱり当面は様子見をするしかないかな。
Alright, second tactical meeting. The question is still, what do we do about Berserker? And the answer is still, fuck if I know.
それについては提案が。アーチャーの目は鷹のそれと聞きます。彼には屋敷の周囲を見張ってもらうというのはどうでしょうか。
そのつもりよ。あいつには屋根で見張りをさせるから、怪しい奴が近寄ってきたらすぐにわかるわ。この屋敷だって侵入者用の結界が張ってあるんだし、守りは万全でしょうね。まあ、バーサーカーに攻め込まれたら逃げるしかないけど。
Archer is summoned without avalanche. Yes. Yes, I think so. I think he just like lost it somewhere along the way. I wouldn't say perfect. The two are continuing on without me. Well, that's because... Listen, Shira, you tried to join the conversation, and then you literally forgot Berserker existed, alright? I'm making... Why don't you read a book? Making dinner, so why are they talking without me? First of all, Tosuka's too friendly with Saber. Well... If I remember a certain H scene, yes, Tosuka is very friendly with Saber. But that's... Tosuka isn't as friendly with me, so it helps Saber talk to her, but... The face reflected in the glass of the kitchen cabinet almost looks disappointed. That's weird. Why am I angry? Wandering around the world, he lost its meaning. Yeah, I thought so, yeah. I prepare the dishes for the three of us and prepare the dinner on the tray. I move into the living room.
まったく、夕飯時に物騒な話するなよな。
I put the tray in front of Tosaka.
何怒ってるのよシロ。料理出しぐらいは手伝うべきだった？
別に怒ってなんかないけど。遠坂、慣れ合いはしないんじゃなかったのかよ。
Makes a frightening smile.
協力体制を決めていただけよ。安心なさい。別にあなたのセーバーを取ったりしないから。
So, this doesn't count as a lie because we're not in the UBW route. I can tell my face is blushing, but I can tell my face is blushing. I can tell what I'm angry about after Tosaka tells me.
お前。
あら、違った？ならごめんなさいね、エミヤくん。
勝手に言ってろ。
I retreat to the kitchen. I retreat back. He literally tries to join the conversation, gets told to cook. He comes in, hey guys, how's it going? Gets smugged out, retreats back to the kitchen. She really got me. Tosaka's still smiling and Saber is expressionless as always. Man, I'm really worried about whether we can continue. We can continue with this member. And that way, dinner starts. I'm silent. With what happened earlier, it annoys me to talk to Tosaka, and I'm too embarrassed to even look at Saber. Saber eats dinner silently. Her gestures are elegant, but I can't possibly imagine what she's swinging around a sword. And well, how should I put this? She nods every time she eats as if she's she nods every time she eats something she hasn't eaten before. Her gestures are strange. It must be her way of expression that it's good. By the way, she's able to use chopsticks. Don't mess with people that handle their food? Yeah. In general, like, it's not only is it a respect thing, but it's just a really dumb thing to do because of obvious reasons.
よし、これなら勝った。
She clenches her fist after taking a bite.
明日を見てなさいよ、エミヤシロ。
She shakes her clenched fist. Have I done something bad?
さっきの話だけど。
Hold on. Even one of them is enough to tense me up, so they shouldn't both react.
さっきの話って何のことよ？
だから今後の方針ってやつ。人が飯作ってる時に話してただろ。
You guys were having a nice little conversation while you guys told me repeatedly to just stay in the kitchen.
まずは他のマスターを探すということですか？
そう、それ。具体的にはどうするのかなって思って。
That is a very interesting question. I imagine that some servants would probably just fail to do certain things, right? Because even if you have the knowledge, because it gives you the knowledge, but not well, no, because it gives you the skill as well, or maybe not. Because like, say if I remember, Saber can like drive in Fate Zero because of the same thing, but that's because she has the riding skill, because she like rode horses. So it depends. I think that like skills that would reasonably translate through history would translate up. So Saber can drive a car really well because she was good at good at riding horses. Yeah, and chopsticks aren't, as AKM says, chopsticks aren't that hard to use. So like, but like if it was something, I don't think all servants can drive cars, but they have the knowledge of what cars are and how to drive them. But it would depend on how good they were at writing things in their given time period.
どうするも何も地道に探すしかないでしょ。あ、そうだ。シロ、魔術師の気配ぐらいはわかる？なら話は早いんだけど。
わからない。2年近く学校にいて、遠坂が魔術師だったなんて知らなかったんだぞ、俺。
So much to explain, man.
やっぱりそうなのね。まあそれはいいわ。どうせ他の連中はみんな気配を立ってるだろうし、魔術師の気配からたどる線は無理っぽいもの。
Meb can definitely drive a car, alright.
セイバーはどう？サーバントはサーバントを感知できるって言うけど。
多少はできますが、あくまで身近で能力を行使している場合だけです。
I've only
私では半径200メートルほどしか捉えられません。
Yeah, I agree with the I think somebody said it in chat. Yeah, Oya said it. I don't think chopsticks are like hard to use. I think they're just kind of annoying. It's because I'm used to
じゃあますます
using
相
other
手の出
things.
方を待つか、どこかおかしな場所を探すしかない。マスターが何か行動すればその痕跡は残るもの。私たちはそれを探り当てるってわけ。
つまり街中を調べろってことか。
いいえ、それはやめた方がいいわ。あっちも網を張ってるから、そんなことしたら一発でマスターだってバレるわよ。とりあえずはこっちの体勢が整うまでは後手に回りましょう。今まで通りに生活してマスターだと悟られないこと、腕のレイジは他人に見られないように隠しておくこと、できるだけ人気のないところには行かないこと、日が落ちたらすぐに戻ってくること。
Ren, you know for a fact that Shuro is going to break every single one of these rules. These are not rules. These are a flimsy guideline that will not be followed.
あとは
外出するときはサーバントを連れて行くようにしてください。アーチャーはミンの護衛ができますか？
それぐらいならできるみたいね。霊体にして待機させておくから私は大丈夫よ。問題は
私のマスターですね。
そう。ちょっと聞いてる？シロ。外出するときはちゃんとセーバーを連れて行きなさいよ。人目につかないようにするのが私たちのルールだけど、中には昼間っから襲いかかってくるバカがいるかもしれない。
Every rule goes into Shiro's blacklist of things to follow. Just every single one of these rules I will break. Did anyone even bother hiding the command cells? No, I don't. Because even Sakura noticed it on Shiro's hand.
そういう時に備えてセイバーとは一緒にいなさいよね。
わかった。努力はする。
I respond without interest. I understand what she's saying, but I'm resistant to being to Saber being with me all the time. I feel nervous talking to Tosuga, but Saber makes me yeah. I think makes me even more nervous. I think teacher does specifically hide his. It's wrong to say that I'm nervous. I'm just bad at talking with. I'm bad at talking to girls.
何か？
なんでもない。おかわりなら継ぐから茶碗よこせよ。
いえ、結構です。実に見事な味付けでした。
I look away before I realize. I can't even look at her normally, so how can I stay with her all the time? Why'd you hide your command cells? I mean, no, that's probably fair. I think, like, specifically in Shiro's case, he could probably get away with hiding his command cells with just, like, a bandit. You don't have to even, like, magically hide your command cells, right? You could even, like, put, like, a bandage over your hand, and that would probably be good for Shiro, because Shiro's hard to detect because he has no magic anyway. So, like, a mage is already gonna have a hard time trying to find him. And then, like, if he has the bandage over his hand, there's, like, really no way to really tell if he's a master or not. Unless you use, like, high-end magic. I would imagine.
ああ、でもダメか。セイバーは霊体になれないんだから学校までついてこられない。
学校？シロは学生なのですか？
People that you don't hide them? Yeah.
そうだけど、ああ、そうか。セイバーは生徒じゃないんだから学校には入れない。
Yeah.
学校に行っている間はうちで待機してもらうしかないかな。
Hey Rin, what's with the weird tattoo in your hand?
学校に行かないということはできないのですか、シロ。
Remember, kids, as King Arthur said, can't you not go to school?
できないよ。普段通り生活しろってんなら学校には行かなくちゃ。それに学校に危険はない。
ですが、
大丈夫よセイバー。学校には私だっているんだから、もしもの時はフォローするわ。
だからもしもの時なんてないって。
わかりました。マスターがそう言うのでしたら従います。
Saber nods, but she's still discontent. The night wears on. It seems Tosuka's prepared and taken a bath while I was cleaning up after dinner. It seems that she's really selfish from her seems she's really selfish from her first day here.
今後のためにも早いうちに主導権を握っておくべきだろうな。
Make a fashion trend of command seals to hide your I know that, but seizing the initiative from her really seems difficult. Oh wow. Just like a tattoo artist gets a tattoo artist as a master and just starts recommending the people get command seal tattoos as like decoys. Big rim
こん
plays.
なんついでに言えば頭が痛いのがもう一人いるんだよな。
No, rather the main problem. Tosuka will understand if I talk to her, but there's a person that doesn't seem to understand no matter how much I talk to her.
セイバーか。悪いやつじゃないっていうのだけはわかるんだけど。
Maybe not this one specifically, but like all the Girl Wars aren't just in Japan. There are Girl Wars supposedly everywhere. Tosuka should be resting in her room in the outbuilding. I'm the only one in the living room. There's still time until bedtime, so I should talk to Saber. Honestly, I have to get over my inability to talk to her, or I'm worried about the future. First of all, ignoring her being a servant and all, she's a girl from a younger age. That, you don't know that. There's a lot of things I'll find out from talking to her, and most of all...
早いとこ慣れないといつまで経っても遠坂に冷やかされる。
Yeah, it's troubling. It's troubling, so I should be able to talk to her more lightheartedly. I returned to my room. Next door, past this one small sheet, is Saber's room.
セイバー起きてるか。
Is that seriously what Shiro's worried about? Of course it
何
is.
かありましたか、
Are you kidding? Of course it is. That's the only thing that Shiro is worried about is pipes and women. We're opening the sliding door silently. Saber enters. All of that talk about like masters and he's already forgotten it. It's out of his mind. He was left alone. He was left alone and not cooking for too long. Calm down. I'm just gonna talk to her as a master.
シロ、顔色が優れませんが、傷が開いたのですか。
いや、そんなことはない。体の方はとっくに大丈夫だ。それを言うなら、セイバーの方こそいいのか。
はい、問題はありません。今の状態では完治まで時間はかかりますが、このままでも平均値はクリアしていますから。まず
It's not confidence or boasting. She's probably just telling the truth. I have no response. Saber's statement should be encouraging to a master, but I don't want such a slender girl to fight.
その一つ聞くけど、セイバーは戦うこと以外に何か目的はないのか。せっかくここにいるんだから、他にしたいこととかあるだろ。
Don't you have hobbies?
他の目的ですか。そのようなことはありませんが、サーバントは戦うためだけに呼び出されたものです。それ以外の目的など余分なだけだ。シローの発言はひどく的が外れています。
I thought so. I'm pretty much asking the one who was summoned to fight not to fight. We're on Shiro's path with fire at his feet. Arash's master and fate prototype would be his mother. Oh, It is interesting. They've really actually like never expanded on who his original parents were. And like in a way I like that, in a way it's kind of sad. Like the idea that, so on one hand, thematically, I understand not explaining who his parents were ever, or like his family before he met Kiritsugu, because in a way, who he was before doesn't matter because it's dead. So like, I think that they, in the novel Fate Stay Night, I think that never explaining who his parents are is fine, but I'm kind of disappointed that like in other media we don't actually get to see like who they were. But yeah, I don't know. Well, how do I put this? Saber's lacking in humanity. It'd be fine if she were only going to fight, but she's in front of me as an actual person. So is it wrong for her to just fight? So it's wrong for her to just fight. If Saber was actually here, I would have her do something that she enjoys.
なあ、セイバー。サーバントってのは過去の英雄なんだろ？なら
Just at the 3-hour mark? Yeah, I'm probably gonna stream for another hour as usual. Usually the Fate Stay Night streams are 4 hours. I stopped myself before I ask her what she's like before.
私の神名は教えられません。
Saber said before that it was a secret between us, so even if I asked her about the past, she wouldn't answer.
シロ、言いかけてやめるのはよくありません。必要な質問なら答えますが。
いや、今のは忘れてくれ。バカなことを口走りそうになっただけだ。
I say that averting my gaze. It's really something stupid. I shouldn't have been interested in Saber's joy identity, and she refused because she couldn't tell me. If I bring it up again, not only will I prove a no good master, I will only prove me as a no good master repeating a useless question. But what else is there to talk about? I don't know, you called her over here, Shiro. If I can't ask about Saber, the only thing that remains is asking about me. That would be even more meaningless. Now I'm just gonna do what I want. Ah, screw it. He just gives up. He's so bad at conversation. He's just like, well, conversation died. Can't ask about her. I'm boring. Screw it. We'll just talk. I'll just say words.
シロ、あなたから質問がないのなら、私から尋ねていいでしょうか。
いいけど、何？
昨夜のことです。
Talk about
シロは
pipes.
私を助けようとしてバーサーカーに打ち倒されました。
覚えているけど、なんだよ。朝の続きをしたいのか？軽率な行動だったってのは分かってるから、あんまり思い出させないでくれ。
Just say
吐
words.
き気がぶり返してくる。
それは私も同じです。ですがこれは、あなたという人間を知るために聞いておくべきことだと思う。シロ、あなたはなぜバーサーカーに向かったのです。近寄ればどうなるか、シロには分からなかったのですか。
それは。
I knew that I'd be killed. But I didn't try to save Saber out of optimism that I'd feel safe while doing it. Back then, all I thought was about saving Saber. I didn't care what would happen afterwards. At that time, the most important thing for me was saving Saber. Probably it was just fear out of not being able to save Saber was greater than my fear of getting killed.
悪い、忘れた。一瞬のことだったからな。その時の考えなんてわからない。
I wasn't
きっと
thinking.
気が動転していたんだ。そうでもなけりゃ、あんな特攻はできない。
Perhaps because Saber's eyes were serious. I don't tell her the truth. I just said, well, this is a blatant lie. He even knows it's a lie. I just say something to get out of the situation.
つまり、ただ自然に私を助けようとしたのですね。
自然じゃない。気が動転してたって言っただろ。もう一回あんなことになったら、その時はきっとガタガタ震えてる。
そうですね。それが正常な人間です。自らの命を無視して他人を助けようとする人間などいない。
Yeah, because that'd be weird. That'd be really weird if like you just randomly started diving in front of trains to save people. You know, that'd be really weird, Shiro. I really hope that you're not like that, Shiro.
それは英雄と呼ばれた者たちでさえ例外ではないでしょう。ですからそんな人間がいるとしたらその人物の内面はどこか欠落しています。その欠落を抱えたまま進んでは待っているのは悲劇だけです。
Yeah, no, sure, that'd be a tragedy if that human existed. Your deep green eyes are trying to tell me something. Not unless you're the protagonist, true.
しつこいぞセイバー。あれは気の迷いだって言ってるだろ。俺だって死ぬのは怖いんだ。次にあんなことになったらその時はセイバーより自分を優先させるさ。
That is bullshit. I deflected with heartless words.
それはよかった。私の思い違いなら問題はないでしょう。
What would Shiro do in the trolley problem? He'd jump in front of the train.
確かにシロは臆病です。道さえ間違えなければきっと正しい魔術師になれる。
なんだよ。臆病に見えるのか、俺。
ええ、とても。置かれた状況を受け入れるために努力するあたりが特に。そういった賢明さを時に臆病というのです。
She must be relieved. Saber says this smiling a bit. The gesture is so lovely and elegant. Because of it, I cannot think of anything else to say, and we end up staying in the room a while. And night falls. It's not like I need to talk about it's not like I need to talk to Saber or Tosaka, so bedtime comes as usual. It's 11 o'clock. The lights in the house are turned off, and the people are asleep to prepare for tomorrow. Yes, my bare body is capable of stopping this moving train. His body is made of swords. I opened my eyes, still on my side. It's the room I've grown accustomed to sleeping in, but it's different today. So quiet. So why can I hear Saber's breathing in the next room? No, I know, if it's so quiet, it's only natural for me to be able to hear what's going on in the next room. And be able to hear the sleeping sounds make me imagine her sleeping. I'm tired of this hell. I climb out of the futon, trying not to wake Saber, and retreat to my usual place.
助かった。セイバー気づくと思ったけど、割と鈍感なんだな。
So, a normal human might do that, AKM, but no, he's going to go to the shed to make pipes. Or maybe she just sleeps deeply. I wonder for a moment whether or not she can really protect a master like that, but for now, there's no danger. If servants are connected to their masters, she should wake up as soon as her master is in danger.
遠坂は寝てるみたいだな。
The lights are off. She must be defiant or just adaptable. Tosaka must have gotten used to this place in only a day.
まあ、実際助かるんだよな。
He thinks making pipes is rubbing one. It helps even if it's troubling sometimes. For example, this bandage wrapped around my head. Oh wow, it actually was a bandage. Yeah, he did exactly what I thought. Yeah. The command spell a master bears appears somewhere on their arm. In my case, it's on the back of my left hand. I can't hide it on my clothes, so I'm hiding it with a bandage, even though it looks unnatural. She must be pretty dull, he says about the heroic spirit. Says Shiro about the heroic spirit. Tosaka has hers around the middle of her hand, somewhere like that. My second command spells are different for each master, but I don't think that I've ever seen Tosaka's command spell. The shed is silent. This is the place where Lancer cornered me yesterday, and where Saber appeared. The door is still open, and inside it's dark, as if denying anyone's entry. but in this darkness it's familiar to me. The old building that I used to play in, the place that I could call my real home, stands silently in the cold winter night. I enter, I close the door and shut the outside air. Is he gonna fucking... he's just gonna make pipes, yeah.
そうだな。今日ぐらいは休もうと思ったけど、却下しよう。2日連続でサボったら親父にどやされる。
The... Kiritsugu would not be mad at you for not making pipes. I guarantee you this. I'm 100% certain of this. I sit in the middle of the shed, take a deep breath. How knowledgeable am I of Tsukihime lore? Tsukihime lore is weird. Like I know it. I've played Tsukihime. Tsukihime lore is just is weird. If anything, I'm more familiar with Kara no Kyokai. Like I know I'm really familiar with Fate and Kara no Kyokai, and then Tsukihime is just like this weird thing that's off in the corner. I don't want to talk about Roa. We don't talk about Roa. What is a true ancestor even? Training should be continued without rest. Magic is mental training for me, so I shouldn't neglect it for minor reasons. I adjust my breathing and begin my training. Inside my head are the usual. I think that's why they're remaking it. The Nasu's like so. From my understanding, the Tsukihime remake is like a not just like a normal remake. Nasu's actually cutting the far side of the moon arcs, like the sister and the maids, and then is putting their arcs into Alcred's CL. So it's only going to have 2 main routes, but those routes he said are going to be much longer. So like he's actually like remaking Tsukihime. The image of the sword that appears inside of my head. I ignore it and clear my mind. Once I let magical energy flow through me, it's a usual practice of strengthening. The new Multi-Blade Gate's a prequel? I did not know that. God, I wish I could play fighting games. Strengthening magic after I succeed for the first time in a few years after being attacked by Lancer. I have to repeat it before I forget it and make sure I mastered it, or it will be a waste. I half close my eyes and release the contents of my lungs. Right now, this is all. Everything goes away once I'm concentrating on this. The Holy Grail War, Saber, Tosaga. He really does. His mind goes blank, and all his mind is pipe. I feel the white sunlight upon me. No thoughts, head pipe. There must be a draft. I feel the cold wind slowly wake up. I pick my body. I pick up my body and shake my sleepy head. After yesterday's routine, after the training to create another sensation within me, I must have been too lazy to return to my old room. I fold up the blanket, straighten things up, and I failed to strengthen yesterday, and head back to the house to wash my face. Just if it was a pipe up. When I leave the shed, it's really cold outside. Fuyuki City is warm during the winter, but the top of the mountain on this side has a chill in the morning. Sound of breaking ice. There's frost in the morning ground as footprints are formed as I walk. So I wash my face with freezing water and pull myself together. I'm wide awake. Now that I'm awake, all things that I don't want to not think about, like the situation I'm in, come straight to mind. Are we sleeping now? Rip. It's 5 to 6. There are a ton of things I have to do, but I should remain in my room and check a Saber first.
黙って部屋を出たことになるんだし、一言説明しておかないと。
I'll be troubled if Saber misunderstands things. It's my daily routine to go to the shed at night, so she should understand if I explain.
セイバーにちゃんと説明したら、その後は朝飯の支度だろ。遠坂は食べないらしいから、セイバーの分を足せばいいだけか。
Oh, and in that case, I should go and buy more ingredients for additional people. I should note that before I forget.
忘れ物?
Yes, you are forgetting something. What about the 2 women that constantly come to your house every single day at this time of the day? What could it be? I feel like I'm forgetting something really important.
やば、6時だ。急がないと間に合わない。
I can't remember. It can't be anything important. I quietly opened the door. The room was just like it was yesterday. There's no sign of Saber waking up in the middle of the night and searching for this room. I guess she didn't realize I escaped the room last night.
なんか拍子抜けたな。セイバーならそれぐらいは気がつくと思った。
Yes, he does. Yeah. Shiro has like... Shiro not only has a job, but literal Yakuza financing. Or did she need to sleep so much that she didn't notice?
体を維持するために頻繁に眠るって言ってたのはそういうことかもしれない。
She's sleeping as close as she can so that she can come to me if something does happen. Either way, it won't make much of a difference where I go within the house. I can detect intruders from the boundary field. I should be able to protect myself about a minute with that, and Saber should be able to come to me within a minute.
そうだよな。それに土蔵だったら隠れる場所には事欠かないし。
There are plenty of places to hide instead of the pipe shed. There are pipes everywhere. I was considering explaining this to Saber, but it seems like there's no need. And I don't think I need to wake her if she's asleep.
セイバー、朝飯の支度をしてくる。セイバーの分も用意しとくけど、眠かったら無理に起きなくていいからな。
Fate and Yakuza crossover when the new Berserker class servant Yakuza. Oh my god. Was it Kiryu? Why am I forgetting his last name at the moment? Kiryu Kazuma, yeah.
また後で来るから、それまで休んでてくれ。
I'm actually no. Something I've thought of for a while is that I'm surprised that FGO hasn't done crossover events and made other things servants. I guess like Nasu is like kind of protective. Nasu wants to be pseudo protective of his IP because his canon is already so whack that adding something like Yakuza to it is. I call out to her and quietly leave the room. There's no one in the living room. I open the refrigerator and consider what I should make for breakfast, and then...
おはよう。朝早いのね、あんた。
Hangover Tosaka. Tosaka comes in looking like she's in a really bad mood.
遠坂、どうした？なんかあったのか？
別に。朝はいつもこんなだから気にしないで。
Looks dead inside? Yeah, she looks very dead inside. Hangover Tosaka's not happy. Looking across the living room like a ghost.
おい、大丈夫かお前？なんか目つきが尋常じゃないぞ。
だから気にしないでって言ってるでしょ。顔でも洗えば目が覚めるわ。ここからだとどう行くんだっけ？脱衣所って。
Oh, welcome late to the stream.
そっちの廊下からのが近い。顔を洗うだけなら玄関側の廊下に洗面所がある。
ああ、そういえばあったわね、そんなのが。
I'm not sure how much she heard, but Tosaka waves her hand and leaves. And then, just as Tosaka disappears into the hallway, I hear a bell informing me of a visitor.
シロー、誰か来たけど。
Ah, you have learned now, Shiro. You have learned that you are doomed. I hear Tosaka's voice from the hallway.
ああ、気にしないでいい。この時間に来るのは身内だから。
It'll be Sakura arriving at this time. Sakura has a spare key, so she shouldn't need to go to the
ま
door.
ったく、チャイムなんて押さなくていいって何度言っても聞か。
Sakura's like a member of this family, so she can come in whenever she wants. But she's so polite and only comes in after saying, excuse me. This must be one of Sakura's good points, but if she continues... Yep, okay, thank you. Thank you for realizing this now. Thank you for realizing that you have two high school looking people inside of your house that weren't there yesterday. Sakura is at my house. I run through the hallway, scolding myself for my stupidity comes later. I have to get to the entrance to make sure that she before Tosaka sees her. I reach the entrance out of breath, but it's too late. Yeah, it's Tosaka greeting the guest, even though she didn't ask her to. Sakura just standing there surprised. That feel when second wife answers the door when first wife comes. With an indescribable tension, the two look at each other. So this turns into a soap opera? Yes. Jessica asks, looking down on Sakura from the hallway. Her face asks why. Sakura looks up at Tosaka with fear in her eyes. Damn it, I can't call out to them. They're ignoring me and just staring at each other. There's no room for me to say anything. All I can do is think about how to explain things to Sakura, but before I can think of a good explanation. Rin sounds like the legal wife though? True. Well, no, Rin sounds like the legal wife. No, Rin is 100% not the legal wife. Sakura is the legal wife. Rin just sounds like the legal wife because that's Rin. Sakura looks at me as if asking for help. What you listen, Sakura? There's like these ghosts, and they're hero ghosts, and they all have pipes, and oh god, it's complicated. She cuts off my sentence and just states the point. There's a very good reason. I'm sleeping with him. Do not worry about it. It is fine. Jesus. Sakura looks down and falls silent. After a brief moment of silence, suddenly... Fuck you. Sakura pulled out the gun. No. Fuck you, I'm using the kitchen. Sakura takes a bow and then enters. Jessica's standing there astonished. The same goes for me too. This is the first time I've seen Sakura act like this, so I don't know what to say. It's so surprising that something else was unexpected too. Retreats to the kitchen. The kitchen is a safe place in the Yamea household. Must have been really unexpected if Tosuka says this was disappointment. That must mean Tosuka knows Sakura pretty well. Sakura seems to have known Tosuka, so while they had a friendship I didn't know about.
いや、俺も驚いてる。あんなにトゲトゲしい桜は初めて見た。うちに手伝いに来てくれてる時と学校での桜は変わらないよ。
Nani retreats is advancing, true. Emiya retreats to the kitchen, Sakura advances to the kitchen.
そうなんだ。まずったわね。桜があんなに孤児だとは知らなかったわ。こうなるんなら、シロの口から説明させればよかった。
I never knew Sakura was so perverse. That is a line. That is... Those words hurt on a metaphysical level. I would have been able to explain things better than the merciless Tosuka.
済んだことは仕方がないだろう。それより、まずいって何がだよ。
そりゃまずいでしょう。これからこの家は戦場になるかもしれないのよ。だから私たち以外の人間を寄せつけないようにって桜をたしなめたのに、あれじゃあ逆に追い出すのが難しくなったじゃない。
あれでたしなめてたのか。俺はてっきりいじめてるのかと思った。
そこ、なんかつまんないこと言った今。
Did you say something?
率直な感想だよ。それより桜のことだ。どうする？あの分じゃ帰ってくれそうにないぞ。
Man, Rin's intimidation tactics this morning are just not working. She's having a bad time.
そんなのなんとかするしかないでしょう。で、桜が来るのは朝だけ？それとも夕食もこき使ってるの？
誤解を招くような言い方するなよな。朝は毎日だけど、夕飯はそう多くないぞ。
そう。それじゃあ、これからは毎日になりそうね。
You sick her?
何がさ。
Tosuka sighs. After that, Tosuka remains in the living room and Sakura Sakura doesn't even know about third wife yet. I feel uneasy about leaving Tosuka and Sakura in the living room, but it's not. I'm not stupid enough to forget about Saber. Oh well, at least he has at least 1 IQ. We have confirmed that 1 IQ. He's not at 0. It seems Sakura's angry about Tosuka being here, so things would only get worse if Saber comes out now. Because of that, I decided to explain the situation to Saber.
というわけなんだ。桜。今うちに来てくれてる子はさくらって言うんだが、さくらは魔術師でもなんでもない普通の子で、
Shiro was in the
世界
negative
戦争なんかに巻き込むわけにはいかないだろう。
No, I didn't come here to consult her on how to get Sakura away from here.
だからだな、今朝のさくらはどうもおかしいんだ。遠坂が原因なんだが、そこに追い打ちをかけるのもどうかと思う。いや、だから、さくらは見知らぬ他人がうちにいることに驚いてるんだ。そこにセイバーが出てくると、さらにおかしくなりそうなんだが。
いいえ、シロの言いたいことはわかります。つまり、私はここで待機していればいいのですね。
そうしてくれると助かる。さくらを送り出したらすぐに戻ってくるから。
Saber nods silently. Room temperature in Alaska, I can't. Thank God third wife is so understanding. Alright, I'm worried about the living room too, so I should hurry back there.
シロ。
なんだ、セイバ
ー。はい。そのようなことを私に説明する必要はありませんが、もう少し落ち着くべきです。先ほどからシロの言動は破綻しているかと。
慌ててるか俺。
とても。今に戻るのでしたら、その前に気を落ち着けることです。
Saber advises me in her usual tone. So, the everyday breakfast begins as if nothing happened.
どうぞ先輩。 先輩もいかがですか？
Sakura's handing out the rice bowls as if her usual self. I don't know what happened when I was gone, but the tension of the two seems to have disappeared. At least on the surface.
じゃあお言葉に甘えて。
First and second wife are pretending that peace contract so far, until first wife finds out about third wife. Then all hell is going to break loose. Sakura smiles and starts to get set up the miso soup and other things. Is there chicken? Is this the first meal without chicken? I think this is the first meal without chicken. It's just miso soup and eggs. We did it.
遠坂、お前朝飯は食べない主義じゃなかったっけ？
用意されたものは食べるわ。当然の礼儀でしょ、それって。
I do not count eggs as chicken. All right, no, we get a pass on this one, or else there will never be if we count eggs, I don't think we will ever have a single meal that's not chicken.
ま、いいならいいか。それじゃ、いただきます。
いいえ、これが私の仕事ですから気にしないでください。じゃあ、私もいただきますね。
I can't help her, toe sucker. Jesus.
まったくいい身分だこと。後輩に朝食作らせるなんてどこの王侯貴族なんだか。
A meal without chicken count. I mean, it's only going to be... It might just stay at 1. I don't know if that's something worth counting. I'm counting it in my mind because it's so wild that chicken just keeps randomly appearing in all of the meals. No conversation. It's not that it's a terrible mood. Sakura and I aren't talkative, so it's natural for our moods to be quiet. So why is it that our breakfasts are always so loud?
Huh?
He traces the chicken. Chicken on. Hold on. Something's clicking in my head.
先輩、お魚の味付け濃かったですか？
いや、そんなことはないけどな。どうもさっきからなんか忘れてる気がする。
I try to conclude that I can't remember. You said this before, and you were wrong. You said this before, and you were very wrong. But it feels like it would be a terrible mistake. Very uneasy. I'm ignoring a disease that could kill me if left untreated.
まあいいか。どうせ大したことじゃないんだろ。
He's either forgetting to feed Saber, or he's forgetting about Fujine. I forcefully make myself understand. Then...
いやー、寝坊しちゃった寝坊しちゃった。
Yep. Fujine enters with loud footsteps. I see. It's not that I couldn't remember. I just wanted to postpone the problem by forgetting about it.
シロ、ご飯。
Fujine sits Japanese style on her usual seat.
おはようございます、藤村先生。
The two greetings are in strange unison.
はい、どうぞ先生。大したものではありませんけど、召し上がってください。
Sakura gives her a bowl. She takes the bowl and then tilts her head. She knows something is wrong, but she can't tell what it is. Fujine quietly starts to eat. Something is wrong here.
ねえ、シロ、どうして遠坂さんがいるの？
それは今日からうちに下宿することになったからかな。
I explain things to her truthfully.
あ、そうなの。遠坂さんも変わったことするのね。
うん、あいつ結構変わり者だ。学校じゃ猫かぶってる。
そっか、今日からここに下宿するのか。
She understands and takes a sip of miso soup.
下宿って何よ、シロ
The table is thrown up. Fortunately, Sakura is on the other side, and Tosaka's already moved out of the way, so it seems I am the only victim.
何すんだよ藤根。味噌汁だぞ、炊きたてのご飯だぞ、つくね煮込んだ鍋物だぞ。こんなもんかけられたら熱いだろって。なぜに朝っぱらから鍋物だぞ。
うるさーい。あんたこそ何考えてるのよ。同い年の女の子を下宿させるなんてどこのラブコメだい。私はそんなタチの悪い冗談じゃ笑ってやらないんだから。
笑いを取るつもりなんかねえってば。てかやけどする。さくらタオルくれ、タオル。
はい、冷やしたタオルでしたら用意しておきました先輩。
サンキュー、助かる。うわっ、襟元からつく
Oh, no, no, wait, no, 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 we were so close. We were so close. We were so close. We were so close. There's chicken. Where did it come from? It was fish, miso soup. Where did it? No. The counter goes back to 0. The meal was over and then the chicken appeared. We were this close.
タオルは後。そんなことより申し開きしなさいしろ。あんた本気でそんなこと言ってるの？
おう、そんなの当たり前だ。俺がこの手の冗談苦手だって知ってるだろ。とにかく遠坂はうちに止めるんだ。文句は聞くけど変更はしないから言うだけ無駄だぞ。
It's like they're doing it on purpose. It's appearing later and later into the meal. Like the one meal, he opened the refrigerator, and then when he was making the food, he randomly said that there was chicken. This one, they were already eating the meal. There was no mention of chicken. The table got flipped, and then there's chicken on him.
そんなの大却下。何のつもりか知らないけどダメに決まってるでしょ。同い年の女の子と一緒に暮らすなんてそんなのお姉ちゃん許しません。
Well, I guessed it. Bridget is my guardian and a school teacher. I don't think I can escape such a situation with merely 100 beatings from a Shina, or even a real sword. But I guess you could say it's ill fortune that I have to push through this.
いや、そこをなんとか。別にやましい気持ちなんてないし、遠坂とはそういう関係でもないんだ。ただ、たまたま事故に遭ったっていうか、成り行きで部屋を貸すことになっただけなんだってば。
うるさーい。ダメなものはダメなの。私は下宿なんて許しません。遠坂さんの事情は知らないけどちゃっちゃと帰ってもらいなさい。
She does not care. She will not listen. I cannot convince her.
先生、下宿は許しませんとおっしゃいますけど、私はすでに一泊してしまったのですが。
Tosaka, this is not. That was. Tosaka says those words like pouring cold water.
ですから昨日止めさせていただいたんです。いえ、正確には土曜の夜からお邪魔していますから2泊でした。今は別棟の客間を借りて荷物も運んであります。どうでしょう先生、客観的に見て私はもう下宿している状況なのですが。
Virginia's face goes pale.
シロ、あんたなんてことするのよ。こんなことキリツグさんが知ったらどうなるか分かってるの？
Soon the bandage will exist for a real reason. Shiro, what have you done?
どうなるかって、親父だったら間違いなく喜ぶぞ。男の解消とかなんとか言って。
Big true.
同感。キリツグさん、女の子にはとことん甘い人だったからな。
Kiritsugu was indulgent with girls.
それが遺伝してるんでしょ、シロのバカ。
Virginia grabs my collar and shakes me around. Well, the inheritance aside, it was father's belief that girls should be protected. Ah, so that's where you get it from. I don't go around telling people like father did, but I do believe that he was right.
何？助け舟出してほしいの？
I think a man would have to be tough to recognize the cold-hearted person like as this is a girl.
頼む。俺じゃ現状を打破できない。遠坂の政治手腕に期待する。
Kuretsugu would be happy because at least he could keep his women alive. Holy shit.
オッケー。それじゃあサクッと解決しますか。
And yeah, AKM, I said this before. I think you were here at the time. I comment the voice acting in Fate Stay Night is like surprisingly good, even after all these years. Like Kirei's voice actor is really good. Kuretsugu's voice actor is really good. Taiga's voice actor is really good.
藤村先生、エミヤ君を振っても出るのは悲鳴だけですから、そのあたりでやめてあげてください。それに、下手をすると朝ごはんまで出てきかねません。
I don't think there's a performance, at least not yet, that I've heard that like didn't age well.
何よ遠坂さん、そんな真面目な顔したって怖くないんだから。教師として、何より四郎の教育係として遠坂さんの下宿は認めません。
Fujina let's go of me and confronts Tosaka. It must be her natural instincts. Which I thought Tosaka would go with her if she kept concentrating on me.
それはなぜでしょうか。うちの学校には下宿している生徒も少なくありません。生徒の自主性を伸ばすのが我が校の方針ではありませんでしたか？
何よ、難しいこと言ったってダメなんだから。大体ですね、こんなところに下宿したって自主性なんて芽生えません。ご飯は勝手に出てくる、いつも綺麗、お風呂は勝手に沸いてるっていう夢のようなお家なんだから。こんなところに居候してたら堕落しきっちゃうわよ。
This house is magical. Meals just appear and everything just stays clean.
藤ね。
That statement is problematic coming from a teacher.
それにね、原則として下宿していい生徒は家が遠い生徒だけよ。遠坂さんのお家、確かにここより遠いけど登校できない場所じゃないでしょう。さくらちゃんだってあっちから通ってるんだから下宿する必要なんてありません。
それが今うちは全面的な改装を行っているんです。古い建物ですからそこかしこにガタが来てしまっていて、改装が終わるまではホテルで暮らそうと考えていたのですが、偶然通りかかってエミヤ君に相談したところ、それはお金がもったいないからうちを使えばいいと言ってくれたんです。
それは確かに白っぽい発言ね。
はい、あまり面識のないエミヤ君からの提案には驚いたのですが、確かにホテル暮らしなんてもったいないし、何より学生らしくありません。それなら学友であるエミヤ君のお家にご厄介になった方が勉強になると思ったのです。
Since Tosaka's answer and attitude are so student-like, it seems that these teachers supposedly Fujine cannot cannot object.
話はわかりました。けどそれでも問題はあるでしょ。遠坂さんと四郎は女の子と男の子なんだから、一つ屋根の下で暮らすというのはどうかと思うわ。
どうかとはどんなことでしょうか、先生。
だからね、遠坂さん美人だし、四郎もなんだかんだって男の子だし、間違いがあったら嫌だなって。
何も間違いはありません。私の部屋は別棟の隅、エミヤ君の部屋は蔵の近くにある和室です。
別棟には鍵もかかるし、違う家みたいなものだけど。
でしょ？それとも藤村先生はエミヤ君を信用していないとでも？先ほど先生はエミヤ君の教育係だとおっしゃいました。ならエミヤ君がどのような性格かは私より藤村先生の方がご存知だと思います。
失礼ね。四郎はちゃんとしてるもん。絶対女の子を泣かせるような子じゃないんだから。
Tiger, you fool.
なら安心でしょ。私もエミヤ君を信用していますから。 ここなら安心して下宿できると思ったのです。
I mean, he is the... To be fair, she's correct. He is the man that threatened to use a command seal to protect his virginity. Whoops. The intensity in Fujine disappears. I guess it's decided now. There are lots of things to follow up on, but I bet Tezuka can get through those. So I guess Tezuka has official citizenship in my house now. What a funny way to phrase it. Has official citizenship in my house. And so breakfast ends. As expected, Fujine gave in after being talked down by Tezuka. In conclusion, we decided to try and keep it secret from the school to have Fujine look after us at home. And with that decided, more people around my house... Well, he also... Fujine doesn't know about Third Wife, though. Oh, yes, we're locked into the Fate route. We finish breakfast and I go to talk to Saber before I leave. Saber, as expected, calmly says...
学校ではリンの指示に従うように。危険が迫った時は私を必要としてください。それでマスターの異常は感じ取れますから。
And she goes back to her room. Oh, all right. Oh, there's a choice in this one, but we'll start tomorrow off with that one. Oh, all right. So, let's recap real quick because I think let me go look at the flowchart real quick. I think you guys made like all of the correct decisions. Yep. With the choices that you've made so far, you've collected all of the saber points possible and avoided the really long drawn out bad ending. Somehow. Stag is going to implode when she finds Third Wife? Yeah, yep. That's very, yeah. I don't even remember how they pass off Saber. Like, how do they convince Saber and how do they convince Sakura and Fujine that Saber staying is okay? I have no memories of how they do that. This is Garrett telling biology teacher babies the belly button. Yeah. We avoided a bad ending, go back. Yeah, okay, hold on, I'll show the flowchart again. They avoided the funny bad ending. Where Rin asked to cooperate or not. They said let's cooperate instead of sorry I can't. And this is the one that boots you over into UBW, but you're doomed to fail after like 2 days. We avoided this one. How did this man almost use a command seal? Saber was very, 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 very adamant that she wanted to stay inside of the same room with Shiro. And Shiro went, I will use a command seal forcing you to not sleep in the same room as me. He didn't have to end up doing that because Saber just backed down, but he was going to use a command seal to project his virginity. Oh. But, so you guys have made the correct decisions on accident every single time today. It was very impressive. And people say Fate Stay Night is hard. He wanted to protect his pipe. His pipe is pure. Monkeys and typewriters. Was that for none of the choices, Saj? Yeah, we had like 3 or 4 choices today. It's just that there was like a long... I think that when you came, there was just like a long section of dialogue. Oh... The Discord link is the description is invalid. Shit. I forgot that I can't just port it over and I need to specifically... Hold on, give me a second. I have to look and I've completely forgot that that's a thing that I need to do, is that I need to get a Discord link that won't fizzle after a short amount of time. I'll just link it in the chat again for now. You can make it for the link. Yeah. I'm extremely tired at the moment, so I'll look into it later. I knew that whatchamacallit, I knew that my stream was like really early in the morning, but I was up late editing last night until like 3 a.m. So I'm functioning on like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, on like 4 hours of sleep or something like that. So it should be really easy. I should just be able to get a link that never expires. Can I just, hold on, invite, edit. Grant, no. Okay, I figured out how to do it. I just kept forgetting to. And usually I ported over the description for this video from the last video. So, nonetheless, thank you all for coming. You guys have managed to avoid the bad ending that was in this that was in today, and also you've managed to collect all the saber points possible. You guys are very impressive. Did I stream Mansfield's Break? Yeah. I streamed the Mansfield's Break and some of Alchemy Stars. Another stream for Mansfield's Break, stream for Lore. Yes, sometime next week. I'm not sure exactly what day, because as I said before, my work schedule is not like an actual schedule. They give it to me every week. They give it to me every Sunday. And then I just have to like work my YouTube schedule around my work schedule, which is why sometimes I'm not working the same amount of days. So that's why sometimes videos are slower. Why I spend some days up at 3:30 in the morning doing editing for my next video on Alchemy Stars when I have a stream at 8 a.m. You know, it's just how it is. But anyway, it's been fun. I'm gonna go pass out now. Oh, and I fixed my my banners. Watch this, it's real cool. Oh no, the saber wave is in the way. Hold on. How do I move the saber wave? I can't move the saber wave. Deal with it. Fix my banner. Well, the banner is fixed. No. So like, I could make the saber go away. Right. So like the banners are fixed. Like the stream is ended. Is fixed. But like, listen, saber here. Ever considered doing a stream for FGO pulls? You don't want that. I just got done pulling like I just got done spending like 200 cent coins on Avenger Nobu and failed. I got Osaka Hime though, so I mean, I have failed to get the last 4 servants. I failed to get every single servant I wanted this year in FGO. Literally every single servant. Since the start of this year, I have continuously done nothing but fail to get every servant I wanted. We don't talk about FGO right now, it's a dead game. Anyway, it's been nice. I'm gonna go pass out now.